Hello, Beez Bladers. Welcome back. Welcome, newcomers, to the channel. It is Friday, January 9th, 2025, and we are live at the Hive. All right. I can't believe it. My grandson is upstairs. I hope you're having a fantastic day. I hope you've had a fantastic week. We're going to talk about new knives that have released for 2026 and new knives that are coming out in 2026. Sit back, flip a knife or two, and enjoy yourself. Kick back. We're going to do pocket checks, Pikachu, pocket checks, pizza checks, snack checks. We're just gonna have some fun and talk about EDC gear and knives. I have some new knives on the table. We're gonna, we always do a giveaway. We're just gonna get right in it. I want to give a big shout out to all the channel members and all the subscribers and people that watch the channel. I'm catching my breath. I just got done changing a diaper. Give me a break. I want to shout out to all of our veterans, past, present, and future. Thank you for your service, and all the members of law enforcement and first responders. Thank you very much. And all of our truckers out there and everybody that's working at all the soda shops. Is that what they call them these days? If you're out there like stocking shells, or if you're driving down the road just listening to the live stream, whether it's while we're live or later, hello. How you doing? Hello, Dog One. He said, bees, bees, bees. Dog tail is all waggy. Dog's dog, Hearn. What's up, Thwack Job and Gareth HB and Stacy Bolster Blades is in the hive. Hello. Hello, Mr. Mouse and Drummer 0701. Hello, hello. Douglas Wagner. Hello, sir. Papa Jiggly's in the hive. Henry G. Mr. Blazeburger. He said, what's going on, safety flippers? Hey, I do have a knife on the table. I have 5 knives on the table that have a safety, which is pretty darn cool. Hello, Seppy Dog. What's up, Eric Green and Sky Racer? Tonight's going to be a laid-back version of the Hive, I hope. Today's been a crazy day. Drummer said Lush version 2. What's up, Tim Titus? Hello, good sir. How are you? Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? The last I checked, I think there were a couple of these left, which I was very surprised that the Devo Saloon was not sold out on Blade Binge. I just find that very hard to believe. Here's a link to it if you thought you weren't going to get a chance at it, because somehow I think they're still available. Raccoon Tactical re-upped. Welcome to Scout Bees with a super chat. What's up, Raccoon Tactical? Shaw Matt. Hello, good sir. Hello. Look at this dude. Let's see. I'm going to need to fix my lighting to be a little more advantageous so we can see what's going on. And am I getting old because my hip hurts? Is that what happens when you get old, is all your bones start aching and creaking? And my goodness, I think that's what's going on. Is one of these days I'm going to have to get a hip replacement, and I'm only 52. My hip's been bothering me for years. I think it's about time. I'm going to have to be able to chase the grandson around. What's up, Jay Foss? Let's see if you can see it now. Oh, yeah, a little bit better. Oh, man, I need to clean that blade. That blade is looking a little dirty. This saloon is really nice, said Regan Music. Yeah, I'm going to have to get me some new ball bearings in that hip, right? There it is. Look at that. It's very nice. Very, very nice. A little bit of that Blade Binge, what do you call it? Dark mode. A little dark mode action. Get a titanium hip and anodize it, said Drummer. Yes, I could get it. I wonder if you can request a certain color of anodized hip. Michael Lawrence has been a member for 9 months. Ultimate Bees Keeper with a super chat. He said, Jeebus Chrysler. What's up, man? It's so good to have you back. He said, my goodness, did I miss you all? Little health scare. Needless to say, I didn't die, but was touch and go for a minute. Happy to be able to be back in the hive. Man, Michael, I'm glad you're back, dude. It's very glad to see you back. Haven't seen you in a little while. Manny said, hitting 55 in a few days, it gets worse. Oh, jeez. Crawford Jason said, Bees, get a Timascus hip. Ooh, yeah, I could get a Mr. Fancy Pants hip. Absolutely. Get your replacement hip in Timascus. I love it. Oh my gosh. Only you knife nerds would think of that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to get a Timascus hip. But there's the saloon. Nice little everyday carry. Seems like it's kind of dark in here. I don't know if I need to lighten the mood a little bit more or not. But man, I need to, that DLC coating, you gotta clean it off. As you can see, I've been doing all kinds of, I don't know if I can reach my alcohol over there. It's a little out of reach. I can see it. It's peering over a knife case at me. Mark Dotson said the Fenrir is an awesome knife. It is. The Fenrir is really good, and you have so many options. The Fenrir you can get in a frame lock. You can get in a crossbar lock. You can get in a liner lock, I believe. You can also get it in a button lock and a top liner lock. Bradley said you could be called metal butt. Exactly. What's up, Sean Knapp? He said, good evening and hello, fellow Hive members. Carry on and knife on, everyone. Gareth said, you good, Beez? You're so bright your dad called you son. Oh, I get it. My grandson is upstairs, which is really cool. Mr. Michael Lawrence with a $20 super chat. Michael, I am glad that you are back, man. I'm glad you're feeling better, dude. Honey for the pot. Look at that. We got an Amarahara. Dog One said, Michael, glad you made it through the gauntlet. Cheers, bud. Absolutely. You know, this is a nice little everyday carry. And you know, I'm not sure, maybe if someone could go check for me. The last time I checked earlier today, there was still purple haze available of the Devo Saloon. And then on Blade Binge, the last time I checked earlier today, here I'm putting links up. Somebody could go check. There was still dark modes. I don't want to be sitting here telling you, hey, go get one if they're not available. But there's the dark mode Devo Saloon with DLC S90V blade. Super snappity. Stacy said she'll be right back. Raccoon said the Wakanda sold out, man. The Wakanda, that colorway was really nice. Really, really nice. Titanium Justin. Wait a minute. Hold up. Welcome to Scout Bees with a super chat. Re-up. What's up, good sir? Shaw Matt said current concept craving is the Quattro with the hawkbill blade. I have that upstairs too. I didn't know what kind of knife it was, but I saw the Quattro, the name of it. I was like, I haven't heard of that one yet. So I'm looking forward to that. Hawkbill A. Oh, very nice. Very, very nice. Titanium, I haven't heard back yet. Just so you know. Manny 2112 with a $4 super chat. Dog One said mittens. Cheers. Hello, Brian F. Hello, good sir. How are you doing? Oh, wow. Look at all the people. Mr. Mouse. Dan Stan said, I want to get the Tack Knives Sioux Spear next. It looks fantastic. Oh, really? We got a new Tack Knives going on. Jen Blaze said the Hive is a buzzing. Dude, I love it when we're buzzing at the Hive. I've already fed my grandson tonight, gave him a bottle, changed 2 diapers. We're filling in. The babysitter's baby got sick for my son. Cliff. Titanium Justice said, Cliff. Brederson said, sup, bees and bladers. What's up, man? How the heck are you? How you doing? Dude, I'm just going to get this out because this knife is so much fun. And thank you, man. Dude, this thing right here is, if you're a knife person, hold on. If you are a knife collector, and most of you are knife collectors, this is a fun knife. You have to, at some point, get an overbuilt knife to have in your collection. Look at this. This is the new CJRB Tundra premium version. Oh my goodness, would you just look at it? What's up, Moose Duty? Look at this thing. It is beastly. Look at the chunk factor. Look at that. I'm thinking it was like 187 thousandths of an inch or something like that. But look at this. Oh, snappity doodah. Look at that. And it comes with a pin you screw in here, which pretty much, in effect, makes it a fixed blade. Zeter said double as brass knuckles. I think it weighs 9 ounces. in the video, I think I said something like, if you're kayaking or canoeing, you can use it as a boat anchor. Sean Knapp with a $3 super chat. Super sticker. Ooh, let me give that a like. Jen Blaze said, interested thumb stud. Look at the thumb stud. You can see through it. Look at that. Look at that. And all of its chunkmeisterness. I mean, and this is, by the way, S35EM blade steel, baby. Yeah, this is no joke. It's a big boy. And I compared it to this dude. Oh, what's the name of it? The Proponent. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. Would you just look at that? Brady Blade said, is there a giveaway? Yes, we do a giveaway every Friday night, bro. Sonny said, cold steel influence for sure. That is a lint catcher hole. That's funny. It is a lint catcher hole. Oh, shiny. Oh, yeah. Yeah. The Proponent. It's definitely shiny. Look at that. It's just a chunk of burning love, baby. The artist is Jehujant, said Hook. Dog One said, I like the Overbuilt Mully. Wouldn't be my only, but I'd have it. Yeah, so here's what the Proponent looks like next to, let me fix my screen here. The Proponent next to the Tundra. Two chunky ones. Look at that. Whoo, mama. Chunk meisters. Take your finger off. Sean Knapp said, I'm a sucker for big knives. Dan Stan said, I need more knives. Dude, we all need more knives. I mean, and hey, if you don't want to get the Chunkmeister version, or if you don't want to get what do you call it? The Titanium Justin version, you can get the G10 version. So you do have options. Here's where you can see both versions. My phone is going off like crazy. Let me silence it. There we go. What's up, Thomas Wheeler? He said, evening, Mr. Beez and family. Hello, good evening. The Proponent looks like an accident in progress. I hear you, man. Does the G10 come in black? I think so. I think it does. Ow. Here you go. Here's where you can get the budget version. And this would probably answer your question. There's a link to it where the budget versions are. Sean Matt said, I got the Bomber this week. Chunky one too. Oh, yeah, it is. Dog One said, I have the Micarta Proponent, $52 on Amazon during COVID. Wow. Is there a big difference in weight, Beez? Said Gareth. Let's see. Yeah, the titanium is noticeably heavier than the G10 version, without a doubt. The titanium is definitely heavier than the G10. Both equally chunk, though. Look at that chunkiness. Man, I just love looking at the top down, from the top down on this thing. So which one? My mouse is over. Which one do you like? I like the titanium one. If you like the Proponent, you'd like the Ironfly YOLO as well, said Dan Stan. Justin said, I'm thinking about the CJRB double tap. Ow. Firelight said, my Kaiser Microbe came today. Nice little fifth pocket. Dude, the Microbe is such a good little knife. It really is. Michael Lawrence with a $10 hair super chat. He said, it's funny, for all crazy expensive knives I own, my favorite for like the last 3 months has been my $60 Kershaw broadside. This knife is just, I don't know, speaks to me. I hear you, man. I hear you. And that's the thing that I love about this knife journey, is how your tastes change. One day you'll like one Wow. Then you'll have another favorite. You'll have to pardon me tonight. My hip is on fire. Love the profile pic, Jen, said Mr. Mouse. The Xeno from Vosteed you had in the video earlier is making it really hard on my budget. First the Thunder Beast, now the Xeno, and I've been needing some Van Axe Super Clean. Where did I put that? Where is that knife? It should be on the table. It's not. Where? Oh my gosh. Ouch. Why? Where is that knife? I should have it on the table. Did I leave it? Oh, no. Oh, here it is. Found it. The Vosteed Xeno released today. Dan Stan said, I went from black large combat knives to medium to small stonewash folders like in a 2-year period. Yeah, I kind of just go all over the place. So this dude was just released today. My grandson is upstairs throwing a fit. I just put a link in the chat where you can go check out these. This is one of the 3 or 4 versions of it. I think there's 4 versions of it. Love that style. Oh, looks so good. Mallory's in the hive. What's up? He said, just stopping in to say howdy. Hope all is well. What's up, dude? How's the H2O, man? Is the pre-order still up for the H2O? Dylan Mallory, the man, the myth, the legend, is in the hive. Mark Dodson said, that's a strange looking blade. You're a strange looking blade. Just kidding. Look at that. You know, the shape of it kind of reminds me of, what am I thinking? It kind of reminds me of a Vero. Doesn't that look like a Vero knife? You know, kind of the sharp squared edges. Is that a Microtech MSI, said DN? No, it's not a Microtech. This is the newest Vosteed Xeno and all of its Xeno-ness. What's up, Benjamin? Hello, sir. Lately, Kaiser, Miguron, QSP have taken my cash, said Lazy Gamer. Ratter said, I never understood that blade style. Wonder why that second edge point is so far back. I don't know, probably just to make it look cool. I've come to a point in my knife collecting where sometimes I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's just because it looks cool. I mean, you don't really need it this far back. Like for opening packages, you're not going to use that barely what you would call a secondary point. You would still end up using the primary point. Michael Lawrence said, I got me a TPK exclusive crystal titanium penguin. Ooh, Mr. Fancy Pants. What's up? Projectiles are sharp. Form over function, said Shaw Matt. And this one has the, what do you call it? The Vanker lock. Where the kiddo is upset. Mallory really looks forward to the Moose Duty said Mallory really looking forward to the H2O. The H2O is a good looking knife. Satin flat is a good look, said Drummer. It is. I think this is the only blade that is two-toned. I would definitely stand corrected very, very quickly, but I don't know. Every once in a while, a two-tone doesn't look too shabby. What do they call that? Do they call that a tux or a reverse tux or some kind of tux? Is that what they call that? Like sometimes I'm not clear on what they're calling a tux and what's a tux. Benjamin said, I didn't notice that the other angle when I glanced at it earlier. Dan Stana said, I wish the two-tone was reverse. Oh, that would look good too. Just that black streak in the middle. Yeah, that would look good. Oh, okay, February 4th. I thought it was almost over. I was like, wow, that's quick. Okay, so we still have time. The Kickstarter for the H2O is going until February 4th. Moose Duty said the knife profile is supposed to resemble a xenomorph. Moose Duty, that's what Xeno made me think of. I even said so in the video. Is Xeno? That's the only time I've ever heard that is xenomorph. And speaking of which, the series Aliens Earth, I'm ready. They need to come out with more episodes. Michael Lawrence said penguins are cool little knives, good little workhorse. Yeah, especially when you get a Mr. Fancy Pants version. Seppi Dog said, hello, cat scratch knives. It's pretty smooth. El Medicine said, did anyone manage to get one of the Van Gogh drop bears? The countdown on their site was wrong and I missed it. I posted in the community tab that it was going to be 9 p.m. Eastern time. So hopefully some of you saw my post in the community tab because I said 9 p.m. Eastern on the community tab. Adelis said nice acoustics. El Medicine said, sadly, I did not see said post. The way to not miss my posts is if you go to where you're subscribed, go to that spot where it says you're subscribed, tap on that, and you can hit all notifications. If you do that, you'll get notified whenever I post something on the community tab, or if I post a short or something like that. I try to let you guys know when I find deals or when somebody tells me there's a special deal going on. Moose Duty said, I want the penguin with the glide lock and the Blade HQ no forks given variant. They need to come out with some more of those, dude. Really. Super Steel said that blade shape is so useful for hard use. Benjamin said that angle is kind of a deal breaker. Not that I really need to irresponsibly spend more money anyway. That doesn't bother me any. I think it looks neat. It looks neato. I think it looks pretty cool. This is I believe this is a Tough Knives. Yeah. Tough Knives collaboration with Vosteed. Push the button right there and swing-a-doo. El Medicine said, it looks pretty neato. Gary Graham said, okay, I'm working with my CVV Yonder right now. Dog One said, have y'all seen Dead Man Designed Elixir? Interested in opinion. I have not seen that one yet. Steinman said, I saw the post. I really wanted the Starry Night. Was on the fence. Due to a week shutdown at work, had a small check. Got busy and forgot. So I guess it was meant to be. Don't worry, it'll be on Blade Binge soon. I was surprised that I was expecting it to be like in a high-end steel, and it's in 14C, and they were only like $69, I believe. So I'm guessing they must have sold out. I mean, I was expecting it to probably happen. Moose Duty said, amazing. Why did you bring up the Elixir? That was my next purchase under the radar. Amazing knife. Reminds me of one of the Petrified Fish knives, said Kevin. Kevin, I'm glad you brought that up. I've been trying to get to, I have a box of Petrified Fish that I'm going to do a whole video on, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. I am way behind, which is not uncommon, but I'm trying to get as caught up as possible before going to SHOT Show. I only have a week left, and then I got to pack, and I'll be meeting Vu in Las Vegas, Nevada for SHOT Show 2026, and we will be at the Ramet booth. Hook said, I want to see more like the Petrified Fish Viper. Yeah, dude, that's a good one. We gave a couple of those bad boys away. The Petrified Fish Viper is pretty darn nice. Pretty nice. And I'll tell you what, here's another one that, let's see. I have a discount code for these, and I have 5 different variants of this. Hook said, and my last name is Hook. So here is, I don't know which version to show you first. Here's the CMB Made Knives Lucky. And it's a banger. It reminds me of the Predator 4. Really nice. I have 5 different variants I can show you. And it has a safety lock on the side, which is very nice. Very, very nice. Has really satisfying action. Ron Meg said, I'd carry a trussel. I wish I owned one with titanium scales. I got the Kaiser Original 2 wrapping paper G10 scales for the Kaiser Beez giveaway at start of December. Oh, very nice. So this one has a lock right here. You slide that forwards and it prevents the liner lock from being depressed. Don't be depressed. So there's that version. Really nice everyday carry. Really comfortable in the hands. Mitten State said the Havrog, Bunta, and Viking are all good budget knives. Michael Lawrence said the Yonder XL is going to be sweet. And then here's another version. This one's shiny. Oh, so shiny. Dog One said, hey, Ray, how's the bow? Thomas said, I love the blue on the handle. Oh, snap, a safety, said Jen Blaze. It has a very satisfying sound, too. It's a nice tink. El Medicine said, I have the titanium Damascus trestle, and I look for any excuses to carry it. Dude, look, it does look like a topo map. The trestle is such a good, what do you call that? Snappity snap. Such a good slip joint. I mean, I love the trestle. It's really nice. And you know, this is the trestle D. There's different variants of the blade shape. Here's the trestle D, one of them, with the wood handle. Thomas Gates said the topo map is an awesome look for sure. Slip joint. Yep, that's the word I was looking for. Gareth just put up a link for for Mallory's Kickstarter. So if you want to go check out the H2O, there's a link in your chat to go check out the H2O. Look at this one with the topo pattern. Look at that. Little copper foil. Look at that dude. You can see all the layers in there. Isn't that very nice? Very, very nice. What's up, Bionic? He said, hey, bees and bladers. Sorry I'm late. Crawford J. Berkeley! Ugh. I'm going to have to go upstairs and fix something. Hey! Is he being cranky? Does he need changed? Come here, puppy. Come here, Bogey. Come on. Go downstairs. Come on. The dogs are not used to having a young kid here, so they are just all out of sorts and going nuts. It's the smiling chair. The copper foil would be way cool if it was layered black, said Sean. Hi, puppy. The puppy is going to sleep so hard tonight because he's been panting so hard because just the nerves of having the little kiddo here. Are you and Mrs. Beez babysitting? Yes, we are babysitting the newest little bees. My grandson is upstairs. He's been a little cranky. I think he's tired. Gareth said he just wants to play with knives as well. I know. He does. He just wants to play with the knives. Ladies and gentlemen, Bogart is in the hive. Bogart is panting as hard as he does when he goes to the groomer. Daniel said, does anyone have any recommendations on beads for lanyards other than Zero Feud? You can go to EDC Roundtable and check out what Mitten State Modders has on there. Brian F., he's in the chat right now. He makes some really cool bead stuff. Here's a happy puppy. Just a happy puppy. He's been panting all night long. They don't know what to think of having the little dude upstairs. Bionic said, no lanyard is my goal in life. Hey, I I have 3 knives. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 knives that are actually in my regular rotation that have fobs, if you will. Both of my Sabenzas, my Spyderco Sage 6, and then I have a little one on my Victorinox 580 that I pocket drop. It makes it easier to grab it out of my pocket. They're not for aesthetics. They're actually for use. Mitten State Modder said, I don't have any beads listed, but I can do acrylic to glow beads to order. Oh, there you go. Can I pet that dog? He's just a puppy, just a baby. El Medicine said, I want to add more lanyards to my knives. Dangly bits, said James David. What's the reason for a lanyard? Super steel. So super steel, I'm not big on lanyards unless it's a knife that is easier to get out of my pocket. So I'll show you my 2 Sabenzas. And I actually like the little fob on them so much. My Sage 6 is upstairs, but I have the exact same fob, if you will. It makes it so easy to pull out of your pocket when you use it. You just pull the fob and pull it right out of your pocket, like this little dude. So this is a knife that I like the fob being on it. It is very convenient, like especially if you're sitting down, rather than, well, if you're a bigger guy like me and you got to go like this and stick your finger down in your pocket. I don't have to with this one. I just pull the fob and pull it out of my pocket. So I have one on this Sabenza and this Sabenza, which make it really easy to get out of my pocket. And I have the exact same one, looks just like this, on my Sage 6. Other than that, I just threw this freebie that came with the Civivi on my little Victorinox, just now. Made it really easy just to find it and pull out of my pocket. So this isn't one I made. It came with something from Civivi, little square one. My light, sometimes my light cooperates, others it doesn't. I need to go down about 58, 57K. Sometimes this light just, oh, there we go. It's hard to cut. Let me get an extra light source. Let me grab an arc filled. Who was it you said earlier makes lanyards? I'm not sure who makes lanyards. I know that Brian F has some really cool glow in the dark stuff he'll make for you. He's on EDC Roundtable. No hunting for the knife when you have a lanyard. Sometimes it's to give you more grip on a shorter knife. Oh yeah, I do have a little fob type deal on my cold steel. What's the little cold steel with the Warncliffe on it? That's one where the lanyard actually gives me more handle. Razor Blake's Edge said, evening, everyone. Glad to have made it here tonight. Yeah, so me, I'm more of I guess you would call it a fob guy, just a little something to be able to pull it out of my pocket like that. Just makes it really easy to get it out. Kelly's paracord makes good lanyards, said Robert Jones. Kelly's Mishmash is the lanyard queen, said Kathleen Smith. Dark Ginger said, my lanyard is similar, but it has some chrome beads on each end of the braid. What's up, TC Blades? Kelly is the lanyard queen, said McRanger. You need a lanyard on your frenzy, Beez. Oh, I know. Certainly, I got to go upstairs and shut the door. You have a dirty diaper?
No.
Just being grumpy?
Yep.
Poor little dude. Being a pill. He wants to hang out with his papaw. Bionic said, I want a Sabenza so bad, but way out of my price range. Dark Ginger said, I hear a baby. It's the itty bitty Beez. Yes, it is. Garrett said, you can't go wrong with my mom. Justin Pauly said, Beez, do you have a Romette bee knife? And if so, do you like it? I do. It's a little small, but other than that, it's a fantastic knife. You can get the fancy one, or you can get the G10 version. They're both really nice. TC Blade said, once you go premium, you'll never go back. However, here's something, is when we have a water softener, right? And I'll have you know that I have a dedicated knife for the water softener bags that I cut the bags open with, and it is a effing grow. So I have, and then I have another like Amazon banger. It might be an effing grow or a Sativian or I don't know, it's a dollar. It's a knife that was like $27 or something. I use it when I'm scraping cat food out of stuff out of the can for the cat. And then the other day I went to cut something, and I was over in my shop over there, and I went to cut something, and I was like, oh, I pulled out a knife, and I was like, I'm not gonna do it with that one. And I grabbed a budget banger. Definitely a roll for a beater knife, said Ryan. Does the salt mess the blade up? Mark, I used a what was it? It was another knife by Colin Mason Pierre, I think, or it was made by Kubi. And I opened up a bag of a couple bags of water softener salt, and there must have been some moisture on them. And I did get some little dots on there because I never get corrosion on my blades. But I was like, what the heck? And then I remembered what I opened it with. So then I dedicated a big old chonker effing grow, and it sits over there next to the thing where I pour the salt in. And that's the only one I use. Mitten State said, if you want an awesome paracord lanyard, definitely talk to Kelly. And he put the link there. Raybo said, Sativian ST110 was the first knife Beez recommended to me. The Sativian ST110 was around $30. And I've given away 2 or 3 or 4 of those. Those are really good work knives. Thomas said the Ozark Grail makes a great kitchen paring knife. Which one is this one right here? Is this not the Ozark Trail? Was this like version 2 or something? I'm not sure which one this is. Kelly's Mishmash said, son of Gareth. The Kaiser Retro is fire, said Chris. Moose Duty said, Bionic, I want an Umnumzon so bad, but didn't have the money. Set it up for a payoff in 5 years. I figured if I haven't saved enough money by then, I don't deserve it. 2 years left. What steels does Sativian use? They use a lot of 14C. They've also delved into some more fence knives too. They have a lot of D2, but they also have many 14C knives that are in the 30 range. Thomas Gates said it's called the Glacier. So this is called the Glacier. Well, I wish I was upstairs to help Mrs. Beez. The kiddo won't quit crying. Raybo said the ST110 is D2. And I back when D2 was really popular, some people really complained about it. I've never had an issue with D2. Oh, do they? I'd buy a 14C Sativian, said Bionic. They have a lot of 14C knives. Chris said, my absolute favorite knife is a Cold Steel Voyager Vaquero XL serrated. My mother gave it to me 4 years ago for Christmas. Thank you, Mom. Speaking of, where is my Cold Steel Frenzy? I switched and swapped some knives around. It was right up here. Where did I didn't go very far. There's my Cold Steel Frenzy. You're saying I need a lanyard for that one? This knife is sweet. S35VN. Look at that. I cut my 50th birthday cake. My birthday cake for my I had a surprise party for my 50th birthday, and I had this in my pocket. Look at that. Raybo said, I live in North Carolina, no problems with D2. The only D2 I've ever had get little spots on it, it was 2, and both of them were Kershaw bead blast knives. Those are the only 2 that were sitting with a bunch of other knives, and they got little spots on them. It was 2 Kershaw knives that had D2 steel. Benjamin said 50. I didn't think you were a day over 30. Thanks, man. Ratter said, just so happened to have a pocket sword with a cake around. Dude, it worked out really well, too. Shwink. Gareth said, Beez, you mean your 30th birthday, as you are not that old? You're correct. I meant my 30th. Have you ever tried HOKC? I don't even know what that is. Blade Shooter said, NKD, thanks to Aries 4K giveaway, TRM Neutron, and Purple Fat Carbon, Kubi Bloom, Aries EDC Pry Bar, and a bunch of swag. Oh, that's awesome, dude. Roger Baker said, how long is that thing? 12 inches? That's what she said. Oh, I'm going to guess, yeah, probably. Let's see, oh, wow. From tip to tail, it's 12.4 inches. And then the blade is 5.5 inches long. So, yeah, this knife is over a foot long. Gunner said, that's why we carry knives, Bees, because there's going to be cake somewhere, sometime, and you want to be prepared to make everyone have their slice of cake. Exactly. That's a $5 foot long for sure, said Medicine. 12 inches. Is it carryable? Yeah, dude. Yes. You can carry this and you won't even know it's in your pocket. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, no problem. It's not heavy. It's an easy carry. It's not like just like a joke knife. It fits in your pocket just fine. Caleb, 1776, has been a member for 12 months with a super chat. He said, wow, 12 months? That's like 365 days or almost a year. Keep killing it, Bees, and a big thanks for everything you do. Hope everyone is having a great 2026. Thank you, Caleb. Gareth said, can I have catch up on that foot long? Now, that would be definitely one way to put a patina on this blade, is if you put ketchup on it. Look at that. Look at that. And all of its S35V in this. It just, look, it keeps going and going and going and going and going and going. I saw a little glint. Gareth said, I read that. Dan said, I can't keep the Spyderco Pair 3 out of my pocket. Adelis said, I have a D2 blade out in the elements, but Rust-Oleum took the spots away like nothing. Hook said, HOKC makes some very long pointy knives. Think late 80s, early 90s, BUDK, but with good knife steel. Very pokey. What's up, J1 Doobie? He said, hey, Bees and everyone. The Spaceballs knife, said OG Mark. Oh. Free bell. Tell you what, though. I'm still doting. Kaiser's first drop of the year, I like all of them. I got to tell you. I like them all. Like this dude, it's just great everyday carry. They have 3 different blade styles of the Pokemon, but I know one of the reasons I like it's because it's so much similar to the Kaiser original version 2, which is right here. This is one that has stayed out. You know, I like a knife when it doesn't get put back in a case and it stays out longer, or if it's in my I have my favorites case, or yeah, I would call it like favorites. I have one case on the corner where I put more of the knives that I carry. Gareth has been a member for 25 months with a super chat. Gareth. He said, Caleb, I see your 12 and double plus 1. Here's another version of the Lucky. You can see what it looks like on the inside. Great everyday carry. And these are not expensive. Gareth Wynn, said Caleb. Sonny said, it's dog one. Yes, lot of knife and not too big in the pocket, but feel the weight. The green handle whiskey jack is now a pre-order, said Zetter. I always say it wrong. I'll get it. Mitten State said, congrats on that Dixon. Do we know if Artisan ships from inside the U.S., said Tim. I'm not sure. Ultim is kind of a pass now, said Mark Dotson. It feels good. Ow. This one has a little bit of texture going on. There's that version, and then here's this version of the CMB made knives, Lucky, with dog hair. Dog hair not included necessarily. Nice looking elongated clip point on it. Really nice denim micarta. Look at that. Looks very nice. Very, very nice. I'm definitely still a sucker for Ultim, said Medicine. Roger B, much love and thank you, said hey, it's the Johnsons. Robert P, he said, built a fun AR-15 today. Used my Spyderco PM3 to open all new parts. Oh, good day. What's up, Dog One? Raybo said, I'll get my 2-year B soon. Jen Blaze said, I take dog hair, clone dog. Yeah, exactly. I don't know if you would want Bogart or not. He's a lot of dog. Daniel said, I love the knife world because if there's a feature you don't like, usually there's a different version or a way to mod it to what you want. Oh, yeah. The knife world is fantastic, dude. You know, this thing has really, really nice. I love that sound on the close. Caleb said, Robert P, what size barrel and what's it chambered in? Bionic said, I love Bogey. He's awesome. OG Mark said, I know that movie by heart and I'm racking my brain. It has a nice sound to it. Sounds like folks are digging the topo pattern on that tin foil carbon fibre. Does look pretty good. Beez, you're an awesome part of the knife community, said Raybo. Thanks, man. You guys are all what make the knife community. Would you just look at it? Oh, ow. Let's see. Share screen. I want to go look at something here. Let's go look at the Blade Binge. Let's see. This bladebinge.com. I want to go and check out the shop. So let's see if there are any of the Devo Knives dark mode saloons left. You guys seeing the same screen I am? Let me look. Yes, you are. Add to cart. It looks like there are some left. It doesn't say how many are left.
Have I read for 2 minutes?
Yep. I'll be right back, folks. Give me just a moment. You guys can stare at the Devo, or if you want, actually, you can look at the screen, and I'll be right back. Oh. Little guy just wants to be held. So I'm going to hold little guy here for a minute. And we'll talk about knives. Hopefully you all can hear me. I don't have my mic right on me. but you should be able to hear me. I got little man here, and he's not going to go on screen. Thomas Gates said, I can do the P scales. OG Mark said, oh, right. Yogurt, Spaceballs, the knife. Are you trying to take a dump? He looks like he is tired, about ready to pass out. You're tired, aren't you? Ratter said, I can hear you. Don't we all want to be held, said Jen Blaze. Caleb said, I'm all right. Was talking to 80 Adventure 50 earlier, and it's weird that I feel so good, but it's nice. Oh, Michael Lawrence said, pooping. Yeah, maybe he's just got to take a big dumpski. Look at this mess. Oh. And Bogart's being neurotic. Look at all these knives, bud. Look at all these knives. I wonder what your first knife is going to be. Huh? What do you think? What do you think your first knife is going to be? Let's see if we can set you down here on Papa's leg. What are you trying to look for? You're the one that's being all cantankerous. He wants to see what's going on. There we go. There, you want to check out knives? There, he's got a mitten on. He's eyeballing the Sabenza. Here, look at this. You're only 5 months old, and you've officially touched your first Sabenza. Look at that. How about that, little dude? How about that, huh? Look at that. Look at that. You can already hold up a Sabenza. How about that, man? He's like, ooh, shiny. I want to eat it. He wants a Herman, said Braybo. Oh, yeah. He's trying to get that. He's going for this one. What do you got there, huh? He's like, ooh, shiny. Oh, yeah. He likes knives. Trying to scratch up my titanium, huh? Trying to scratch them up. What do you think about that, huh? Yeah. He said, I want that shiny one. Yeah, Caleb said he has caviar taste. He just wants the titanium. You want that one? Or you want a Sabenza? Huh? Which one do you want, huh? You want Sabenza? He said, I'll take them all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Shaw Matt said he's touched more Sabenzas than I have. He's like, I want all the knives. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Give me the Sabenzas. Look at that. What do you think about that, huh? Oh, now he's checking out some CMB. He's Papa's mini-me. He's like, I want more knives. What do you think about that, dude? Now, I guarantee he'd be picking them up if he didn't have the mittens on. Round Sugar said, I should probably knock on wood, but I have a smallish surgery Tuesday, so let's hope I feel good after. Here's to feeling good after your small surgery, dude. He's determined that he likes Sabenzas. And much like you, he went straight for the most expensive knives on the table.
Showing hands.
Yep, just hands. No face. We'll have to wait till he gets older. So this right here is a CJRB. These are Sabenzas right here. This is the CMB Lucky. These right here. This is the Ultim. This is the blue denim micarta. And then here we have the little microbe by Kaiser. And then this is the newest knife right here from Vosteed. This is the Xeno. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Xeno right here. And then this is the Free Bells.
Not using the baby hands as a pointer.
Yes.
Now this is entertainment.
This is entertainment. And there's another version of the microbe. He wants to get up on the table. He's like, take these mittens off. What's wrong? What's wrong? He's like, I can't open it. He's like, you know how frustrating it is to not be able to open a knife? Oh, there's a dog. Garrett said, move the bell. What are you have to poop? You have to go pooping. You have to go pooping. You gotta go pooping. Pooping. Pooping.
He had some pretty wicked toots earlier.
You're not hungry, are you?
There's no way.
I mean, 6, 7, 8, 9, it has been 3 hours.
He just had some at 8 o'clock.
Oh, that was an ounce. She said the only time he gets grumpy is when he's hungry. He might actually want maybe 2 ounces. Maybe that would.
I'm not going to overfeed this child.
Right? Yeah. Are you just hungry?
It's like he can't decide if he's grumpy or
Yeah.
happy.
He's half smiling. He can't decide whether he's grumpy or not.
The only time he's really grumpy is when I sit down.
I don't know. Maybe we give him a couple ounces. That might be enough to put him to sleep.
That's how we all sound when we don't get the knives we want.
FZ said, that's how I feel when I try to reverse flick a Spyderco. Spyderco invented the reverse flick, said Rainbow. I'd say give him a couple ounces.
Brown Sugar says, love baby sounds.
He's just learning to play with the grandparents like a fiddle.
Yeah.
He doesn't know what he wants.
No, I think he's tired. He's just
He is.
fighting it.
He's fighting his sleep.
I think that's what's happening. Come here, little man.
Yeah, he's just tired.
You see me?
Or hungry. Or tired and hungry.
That's an awfully grumpy face, sir. Let's go.
Oh, I can't stand. I got to fix this, people. This disarrayment. Oh my goodness. Cannot have this disarrayment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so there's a little bit of entertaining from little Mr. B. The latest in the Bee family. The Beez family currently has 2 little boys, and another one is on the way in, I believe, August. We're going to even have another one. My nephew is going to have a little baby bee. So we have all kinds of baby bee boys in the family. All right, get these lined up a little better. He is 5 months old. Sean Knapp said, oh, the chaos. Exactly, dude. Whew. It's more chaotic with the 2 dogs that have never been around a baby. So they've just been, both dogs have been, I don't know what the word is, just going crazy. They want to play with the kid. Bionic said, you're going to be a busy pawpaw with all the little ones. Well, I'm only pawpaw to one. The other one is my brother's baby, and the other one is my nephew's baby. But I'll be hanging out with all the little kids as they're growing up. That'll be fun. What's to the right of the microbe? That is the Kaiser Madrak. This is one of their new releases, the Kaiser Madrak. And if you want to see where you can get this, you can go right. Here's a link in your chat ski right there. Madrak's really good. On the edge, EDC, sorry to hear things aren't going well, said James. Oh, me too. Or get him a wood Spyderco when he's old enough. Absolutely. On the edge said, I believe the correct term for him is a brood. Does that knife come in nitro? Doesn't that knife come in nitro V? This one is in nitro V, yes. It's a nice looking blade. I like this blade. Nitro V and cat hair. Go figure. What did I do? I have a bruise or something. I got a blood blister somehow. Huh. Good thing I already ordered one of them, said Shaw. Bionic said, okay, cool. I want one too. I love the aesthetic. Me too. And dude, it's really good. I love me a good smooth working crossbar lock. And it's a clutch lock. It's adjustable too. Oh yeah, now I just remembered what we were doing. This. So there are actually, oh, and I have 10% off of this. So you're going to get 24 bucks off. So it's going to make this just over $200 for this knife right here on, where is it? Oh, it's right here on Blade Binge. And checking out Blade Binge Shopski. Let's see. Let's go check out the, let's go check out Blade Binge, regular Blade Binge. .com Masterpiece Trestle is still available, said Raybo. Well, how about that? So it looks like the trestle is still available on my drop bear, which is, I'm very surprised. So here's a link where you can go check that out right there. Where is my masterpiece? Where is my trestle? Oh my goodness. I don't even see it. I don't know. I've been, oh, it's right there on the table. So this trestle is apparently available. I don't know how many. There's not going to be that many because there were only 50 made. This is another Vincent van Gogh. Ow. Look at that. Caleb said the trestle slip joints are really, really good. I have two, and wow, very nice. Look at that. This version, this blade is my favorite. I like the other versions. Ow. This is the Trestle D, but I kind of like that clip point just a little bit better. I don't know. I like them both. But the Trestle is such a good slippy. Even if you're not a slip joint guy, like I'm not typically a slip joint guy, I like the Trestle. Bionic said, I already bought 2 saloons and a Growler XL yesterday. I'm tapped out for the rest of the winter. I hear you. Here's the Devo Saloon, which there apparently are still some available dark modes on Blade Binge, which is very nice. Very, very nice. So let's check out and just see what's happening over on the old marketplace. Shaw Matt said, did you ever get your hands on a tittable heron? Looks like an oversized Kaiser Shrike. And holy cow, did it slice the heck out of my leg. Oh, gosh. Yes, I do have a heron, I do believe. Mark Dodson said, I think they're onto something with the art on the scales. Me too. Raybo swings both ways, modern and traditional. The M390 trestle is amazing, said Caleb. The Mr. Fancy Pants version. Ow. Oh, wow. Look at this. They have a Devo Lush right here. Somebody's selling, like new in box, a Devo Lush with the red lava flow. J1 Doobie said the Starry Night drop bear was gone in 20 minutes or less. Wow, look at the blade on this thing. Axial Alpine fixed Tonto. Nope, that's not the one. American Mini Ultimatum. Wow. That kind of looks like a Rambo knife. That's crazy. Bionic said if the traditional isn't too small, I would consider it. Michael Lawrence said, I love my 80s camo Devo Lush. Ooh, Sage 5, Rex 121. Dude, that's a good looking knife. I'd like to have that knife right there. Rex 121 steel. Ooh, mamacita. Look at that. CKF Sakasha. Never heard of that. CKF. There's a CRK large Sabenza. That one's got some like fancy scales on it. 31 box elder. 539. Oh, very nice. Trade with David. Oh, now look at that. There's somebody wanting to do a trade. That's smart. If you Ontario Rat, all three for 210. I got to check this out. Curiosity. All three sizes of the Ontario Rat for 210. Let's see. The Rat 1 is OS 8. The Rat 1.5 is Magna Cut. Okay, I was wondering where those prices were coming from. So the Rat 1.5 is Magna Cut. That's probably where we got to 210. I was really curious about that. Custom Knife Factory. Okay. Bionic said, which is better, the Native 5 or 6? I don't know. I don't have a Spyderco Native. I can tell you the Sage 6 is amazing. Zero Feud, Blade HQ, Desert Warrior, CRKT, the Polar 3. I remember the Polar 3. I got one the minute it came out. The Polar 3 is a neat knife. Oh, there you go. MSI Bazooka Camo, Microtech, 200. That's kind of neat the way they did the camo on the blade. CKF is a Russian brand, very high-end knives. Gareth said, I'm scrolling down on your screen, Beez. Oh, you're trying to scroll down? There's a Vero Neuron. See, the Vero Neuron, the Axon kind of looks like the new Vosteed, in my opinion. A Nafslander 3 for 120. Let's go down. Let's go to page 302. Let's see what's down here. A Factor Equipment Iconic Carbon Fiber discontinued. $150. That's a nice looking knife. There's a Civivi Elementum, my dear. Oh, somebody's selling a G-Shock. Watch out. Watch out for those G-Shocks. You get one, you'll end up wanting another one. Liam Ma Cuff, KUF 3.0. Benchman. Oh, there you go. There's a Cold Steel Frenzy 3. I didn't know there was more than one version. There's a Cold Steel Frenzy 3 for 180. I didn't know they cost that much, although it is a lot of S35VN. There's a Mini Recon from Cold Steel for $80. What's up, NFK20? Benjamin said I tried to click the MSI. Hear ya. Bros Blades Dynamic. Bros Blades. Never heard of those either. So many knife companies I've never heard of. Wow. Let's go to page 300 and see what's on 300. There's a Brazen for $70. Damascus. Hand forged knife. Let's see what else. MKM Tamavo. Haven't heard of that one. QSP exclusive Penguin Mini, $100. Oh, that's the one with the jig titanium. Look at that. Just look at that. Kaiser Torngat, like new, inbox, $130. Ace Form Catalyst, a wee knife, Shudden. Dude, there's so many cool knives on Blade Binge. But getting back to the stream, I have to stand up for a second because it feels like I have a searing poker in my hip. I don't know what I did, or if I just sat too long at work this week. Oh, I definitely don't need this to be going on. I'm gonna have to do some stretching tomorrow because I can't have this going on while I'm at Blade Show or at SHOT Show. On the Edge said, "Hey Beez, may I show my listing, please?" Sure, go ahead. Raybo said, "If I can't pronounce the name of the knife, I won't buy it." Gareth said, "You're gonna make War Room EDC spend more money on there." LOL. NFK said, "I'm doing all right, just tired." Mark Dodson said, "You need a heating pad." need a lot of things. I need a snack's what I need. I think a good snack. You know, I was prepared. You guys probably can relate to this. You have the next day off, and you plan on sleeping in until you wake up, and then you wake up at 7:30. I was like, really? Tried to go back to sleep, didn't happen. No, it's whatever it is. It's right down in my hip. I've been dealing with it for a while, Brian, a while. Cool Whip. Would you just look at it? I mean, just look at the new Xenomorph. I will say this is one of the more pricey knives that's been released by Vosteed. Yeah, I know sciatica bothers a lot of folks. Garrett said, yeah, like me waking up to catch the lives at 3 a.m. Yeah, exactly. I saw Metal Complex review this knife today. I like it. I also reviewed this knife today. My review was better than Metal Complex's just because I did it. Hey, if you ever see a knife you like on Metal Complex, then all you got to do is go to my channel and use my link and say, thanks, Metal Complex. Shaw Matt said, today was my day off, and my son texted me at 7:30 asking if he could get a game. Bionic said, I watch yours now, man, I promise. On the Edge said, only $7.50 now. I got to sell it. Please, thanks, On the Edge said. El Medicine said, I watched both. Titanium Justin said, man, I was hoping to score that Van Gogh. Dude, Justin, this one, somebody said that it's still available. I heard you like slip joints. Somebody said that this was still available. The other Van Gogh, it is one of only a couple in my collection that I will always keep as a collector because it's one of 50, and there's only one other knife I have, I think, that's number one. Is there a comment video, said Mr. Carter? Yes, there is, sir. It is right at the top of the description of this live stream, and I'll put it in the chat right now. Kathleen said, I get up at 5:45 to 7:30 would be a huge sleep in for me. Beez, I'm a Kansas boy, and I agree yours are better, said Michael Lawrence. Well, thanks, man. Titanium Justin said, man, I was hoping to score the Van Gogh. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, just wait. That Van Gogh will be on Blade Binge in no time. Someone will get it and say, oh, that's cool, and then they'll sell it. Just be looking on Blade Binge for sure. And I was expecting, because I didn't know, I was expecting it to be like in a super steel or something. It's 14C. I was really surprised once I was able to see what the price was. I was surprised and shocked. Titanium Justin, what's your new favorite knife? My goodness, grunting like an old man. I pivot lube, exactly. You know, of all of these microbes, I think I like this one the best because I think it's the weight that I like. I don't know, it feels more solid than all of the others. This one right here. I'm not the hugest fan of this colorway, but the hand feel on this one is definitely my favorite. Titanium just said, I'm enjoying the Sage 5 lightweight. Ooh. Chrisville said 7:30 is sleeping in. Been getting up at 3:30 for the last 29 years. Wow. El Medicine said, I was at least expecting them to ratchet up the price to deflate its secondary market appeal. Well, I think it was a smart idea of them. Yeah, I'm grunting like a grandpa, I guess. Lanyard Man said, Michael Lawrence, I'm a Kansan as well. A Kansan. Oh, yeah, I'm a Buckeye. Yeah, I'm a Buckeye grunting like a grandpa. Did anybody get in on this giant chunkarooski? Lion Not a Sheep said, mind if I shout out my new knife Instagram? Sure, go ahead. Titanium Justin said, I'm in Iowa. Iowa, isn't that where OCD for EDC lives? Out there in Iowa, they get the real snow. Don't forget the flying kick slap headbutt that like button like your mom did, said Gareth. Flying kick slap headbutt. Chrisville said, no, but I did order a CS Mayhem today. It's Dog One said, I gasped, which I often do eating baby back ribs, potato, chili, gasp. See? Bionic said, that's a big boy. Yes, it is. Buckeye in the house. I just packaged up a giveaway for someone in Toledo, Ohio. I have all my giveaways packaged up and ready. All I have to do is weigh and measure them and create the label and send them out. Dark Ginger said, IU is winning right now, 35-7 at halftime. If they win this, they go to the national championship. James David said, Toledo. It's kind of like a spaceship going by. What's that thing weigh? Bionic, this weighs 9 ounces. It weighs more than a half a pound. It's no joke. Michael Lawrence said, finally got caught up on the giveaways. Thank Jeebus. James David said, Medford adjacent. Yeah, for sure. It's smoother than the Medfords that I've handled. Adela said, is Beezblades working on a knife design for knife enthusiasts to buy? I mean, I have some ideas in my head, but I have not put any on paper. I'll do that when I retire. Titanium Justin said, that is a big chunk of S35VN. I might have to look into it. It is, dude. It's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of S35, dude. Look at that. Complimentary cat hair. Oh my gosh. Oh. Dog One said, I like that big old CJRB attainable. And especially if you want to. Now, this one right here has the same big factor. It's not the action's not as smooth because this one is a liner lock, whereas the frame lock is easier to operate than the liner lock is. The liner lock, if you have a little bit of fingernail, it helps a little bit. It's not the worst, but you still get the whole chunk factor. It's a lot lighter than the titanium version. Warrim said, Gareth, I'll get you one. Still tiny compared to my large bush folder. Milan Labe said, I'm obsessed with large beefy designs. That blade thickness must be 1,000,000 thousandths. I think it's 187 thousandths, if I remember correctly. Let's take a little quick look-ski. Oh my gosh. Let's take a look-ski. The blade thickness must be 1,000,000. Sheesh, that's a beautifully wicked blade. I agree. I'm going off memory. I'm going to say 187 thousandths. Let's see. $186 thousandths. I was close. 186 thousandths of an inch. 186 thousandths. The behind the edge, I think, was 23. It's hard to do. I don't have my glasses on. Yeah, behind the edge is 20. I've got 22 here. So 22, 23 behind the edge. Yeah, that's a chunk of S35VN right there. That's not a knife. This is a knife. I like the Real Steel Evolution Tonto, said Ramsey Silent. Crawford's, yeah, I did. I literally missed it by 1/100,000th of an inch. My memory. Yeah, I think this one's about the same. Let's look. Am I on the edge here? This one's even thicker. Oh, wait a minute. This one's about the same. Let me find a good spot here. 186.5. So this one's about the same. 187 thousandths. This one is a little smoother, although I've had this one for a little bit. That's a chonker right there. This dude right here, this is the Tundra. Here's a link in your chat if you want to go check out the different versions. There's the budget and premium version of the Tundra. They both come with a pin. This dude right here, that little pin, you can screw it into here, which effectively makes it a fixed blade. Big old huge pin you can screw in. The artisan cutlery proponent is so wicked. I agree. Bowtie Jason said that reminds me of a freight train. How did I miss your second CRK? Said Gunner. I don't know, dude. I've shown it a bunch of times. These are my two grails. I have a Tonto and a regular drop point. Love the Tonto. I love them both. Titanium Justin's been a member for 5 months with us. Super chat. He said, I got the gold lucky, but might also get the Ultim. Oh, very nice. Dude, he got the gold. I'm guessing this one, the more copper looking one. Dude, it's pretty nice. The only thing that you notice is, and this I've seen this with a lot of knives, where you can feel the G10 on the inside, you know, on the other side of the liner lock. But other than that, dude, this knife is just, it's so smooth. And I like the action on it. It has good ergos. It reminds me of very much of the Predator, of the CMB Predator. But something neato about it, I like the lock. It's a real simple. If you look down at, I think in my video, you're able to see it because I zoomed down inside. But it's like a simple lock design. Just to give you a little added extra, you know, you push on this. I can literally not push that liner lock at all when the lock's engaged. I haven't tested it or done anything or, you know, anything crazy like that. I don't overly abuse my knives. So that's not something I ever do. Mrs. Beez is currently baking a fresh bread. She's been baking bread in a what do you call that cast iron thing that has a top on it? Not a kettle. It's called something else. Can't remember what it's called. It's cast iron something or other. Ow. Dutch oven. Those microbes, they give me a fever. For a 5th pocket dropper. Is that a new table? No, it's not a new table. You need help? Oh, Michael Lawrence, I got a good deal on Midway on the Mayhem for 109, said Chrisville. She had to get up to get the bread out of the oven and had to wake up the baby. Baby's mom should be here in about 15 minutes. Mrs. B is going to be like, ah. Dog one said, lion, this dog likes lions. I befriend them. It's our own personal NATO. Cheers. We talked about the real Dutch oven. Yeah, we did. Isn't a Dutch oven what you do to your wife in bed? Yeah, that's what I've heard people saying. Mrs. Beez gets better use of a Dutch oven. She makes bread, and it's so good, which means we're going to have fresh baked bread tomorrow. That's exciting. Oh, yeah. I got to get this dude out. The new fancy pants from Vosteed. Oh, I don't need to leave this on. I like my Minotoyos. You know what, though? I have a cheap version that I used for 2 or 3 years before I got this one, and it does a darn good job. I'm going to go shut the upstairs door so I can hear myself think. Give me just a minute. Oh, my gosh. If this is like this tomorrow, I might not be able to walk. What's going on? Oh, I'm going to connect. Whew. I might not be able to make it to midnight. And I'm coming back. Got a little slip joint over there, huh? Yeah, I do, chill. A Dutch oven or a covered wagon? Stretch your legs tonight for the first. Yeah, I am. I'm going to tonight. I'm going to stretch my hamstrings and my quads. Jen Blaze said, I can't say this enough. This year of new knives may put me in a cardboard box. Ramsey Silent said, Roger Baker, doing good. My birthday sucked. No one gave me anything, but I bought myself a Kickstarter. Mallory, there you go, to make up for it. Raybo said, if you're in a cardboard box, you need a knife to get out. Quads and hammies. Yep. Absolutely. Matter of fact, I'm going to stretch my hamstring right now. My muscles are extremely tight. I've always been built like SpongeBob. Oh, yeah. Don't mind me. It's the beezblades 7th inning stretch. Got to stretch my quads just a little bit. They're so tight. Yeah, that's what Mrs. Beez asked me when I said my hip was hurting. She said, did you do your stretches? I was like, no. It's the Beez squeeze. Major Powell said he bought the Mallory design to also. He's stoked for that one. Gunnar said, I remember that song from the 80s. I'm living in a box. I'm living in a cardboard box. So let's see, 9:46. There's about enough people in here. We can do a nice controlled slow burn pocket check. Let's take our time. Don't hurry. Let's enjoy it. So don't spam the chat. Just take your time typing it out and make sure that the chat's not going 100 miles an hour and drop it, and we'll get everybody's pocket check in there. How about that? I switched pants right before the live stream, so I only have a couple knives in my pocket. I've already taken a couple out. This is the one remaining in my pocket, is this dude right here. This drop bear, if you will. Love this thing. Super lightweight, super slicey. Adelis is carrying the Devo Growler. FC Toy said, I find retirement nice. There's some knives down here. But a fixed income somewhat limits the amount of shiny, pointy things you can invest in while paying for necessary goods. Well, see, that's why you need like a retirement job, like a greeter at Walmart or something like that. Just money for knives. You know, not like full time, just, you know, like 20, 25 hours a week. Just enough to pay for 2-3 good knives a week or a month. Mitten State said, you mean drop point sheepdog bees? Yes, there you go. Gunner said, hey, just learned that living in a box was performed by living in a box. Garrett said, hat looks good, Beez, but needs a black blade on the Kaiser. Shaw Matt said, Kaiser Original 2, Hellcat Pro, Arc Pro, OLIGHT. Ramsey Silent. Oh, remind me. I'm going to tell you more about the new OLIGHT charger, but after the pocket check. Jen Blaze said, it definitely needs to be taught in philosophy classes. You know, I did that little bit of stretching and my hip feels better. That's crazy. Lanyard Man said, I left the house in a hurry and forgot to grab a knife. It was uncomfortable. Oh my gosh. Cordova said, I carried my brand new Vosteed Parallel, had my eye on it for over a year, and it did not disappoint. That's awesome. I love hearing things like that. Metal Relic said, can't be worse than an artist income. They call them starving for a reason. KR Knives is carrying a Flightanium Arcade. Very nice. Very, very nice. Seppi Dog, a CRKT Swindle, a Rosecraft Beaver Creek Barlow. Paper Tiger. What's up, Paper Tiger? Carrying a Microtech Ultratech ZDP Gen 3. Oh, Mr. Fancy Pants. Chrisville said, I need an extra part-time job for more knives. Absolutely. I work 2 jobs. I work 70 to 80 hours a week. Miranda Keith said, Vosteed Naga and a Kaiser Mini Harpoon. Somebody had... Rugen Music said, Microtech MSI, too big to carry on the regular. You could sell feet picks. Microtech MSI, too big to carry on the regular, but it's new, so hey. FZ Toy said, I'm not interested in anything to do with Walmart. Well, be a greeter somewhere else. Go to Kmart. Tim Titus said, Beez, try glucosamine, chondroitin, and MSM dietary supplement. It really helps. You know, it really helps if I stretch. I just stretched my quad for like 15 seconds and my hip quit hurting. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I thought I was going to have to end the live stream early. It was hurting so bad. Sean Knapp said, Spyderco Resilience, Sky Racers, Vosteed Porcupine Top Liner Lock, and a Smith & Wesson SD9. Yeah, stretching is key. Kevin's carrying a Boker Magnum. Ramsey Silent, a Leatherman Arc, a SOG Power Pint, Spyderco Bodacious S30V, Real Steel Evolution, Tonto, CRKT Obake Fixed Blade, custom-made neck knife AEBL, and a Real Steel Slip Joint N690, and a Glock 10 mil. Experienced Precision said, I've been trying like crazy to catch the MSI Mini. Dude, I've seen the MSI Mini on Blade Bench for good deals. Stovall had the Civivi Sentinel Strike in Damascus. Dog One had said the dollar crashing and burning affects acquisition around here. I'm allowed to say that positively. Yeah, I try not to go political on anything on the channel. OG Mark said a Spyderco Little Native. Bowtie Jason, a Remet Two-Face. Robert Jones, a Dark Ginger 33 CJRB Tundra. Michael Lawrence, a SIG 365 Macro, ADV Badlands, and a Jack Wolf Collision. Ed's Blades, a Taurus G2C, a Wubin E7, a Mora Companion, and a Sincut Vornix. Dog One works 60 hours a week. Gunner said the best second job I ever had was working part-time for a pawn shop. It came with 25% off merchandise. So long as it had been on sale for at least a week. Sturgis Coins, new in the pocket today, the CJRB Echo. That's a nice one. I like the Echo. There's a couple different variants of the Echo too. Jim Dewey said a Remet RT Aurora, OLIGHT Arcfeld Pro, and a Leatherman Skeletool. Bionics carried my Fancy Pants Mini Growler and my refined pin. Very nice. Experience said I was going to hide that. Dan Stan, the Spyderco Pair 3 and S45VN, an Olatan's GO571, and a Kubi Quaken. Mick Ranger, a Chavez Redemption 229, a Hogue Deca V2 with Flightanium titanium scales, and an OLIGHT i3T EOS. I can run my OLIGHT i3T EOSs as much as I want with that new charger from OLIGHT. Let's see. Gabe carried his completely redressed Salt Shaman, Mr. Mouse with a McNeese Dixon, half-face blades Gulu Gulu, Hellcat Pro, and Arc Pro. James D with the Vosteed Psyop, White Mountain Knives exclusive 230 out of 230 LMAX copper blades and accents. Raybo carried 2 Spydercos, a Tenacious M4 and a PM3 lightweight with Spy 27 steel. Ernie carried the SRM Terrier, very nice. Dog One said, best job I ever had was at a Peaches Records and Tapes. Fat Gandalf is carrying the Ozark Trail. Mick Ranger said, I need to add more Spydercos to the collection this year. I agree. Dude, I'm telling you, get the Sage 6. You will not be disappointed. Max said, what Vosteed is that? This is the brand new Vosteed. The Vosteed Xeno, as in Xenomorph. And here is a link in your chat right there. There you go. J1 Doobie, an O-Knife Duron, CRKT Tuna Compact, Kubi Bloom, and a cool Pard utility knife and a through night Tie Pro. Dale Lynn, an Urban EDC Osiris, and a Kaiser Trestle with a crystal titanium. James David, a Real Steel Evolution also. Tim Titus is carrying the Vosteed Porcupine Thumbstud version with the Copper Dune 14C blade and a black micarta handle scales. Also carrying the Hogue Deca Warncliffe and CPM Magna Cut and a tan polymer handle. Robert Jones is rocking a Microtech MSI, an ABW slip joint, and a Microtech TAC-P. Adelis said, pro tip, you can fix your leg or hip if you roll your foot on a massage ball. All right. I do have a massage ball. I can't remember where I put it. Williams with the Microtech MSI Mini, $137. There you go. Roger Baker carried a CJRB Scoria and a tenable Par Fixie today, and sitting here flicking my Reich Knives 806S. Titanium and carbon fiber scales with M390 I won on Instagram giveaway. Ooh, that's always nice. That's a good price. Milan Labe said, very, very nice. Ramsey sign. I've always liked those larger designs like the stuff from PMP. Big John, he said, for me today, same as last week, Kershaw Blur Magna Cut in black, a black OLIGHT i5R EOS, a Leatherman Surge on my belt, as well as my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. This week, I added a Kershaw Leak Magna Cut. Dog One, a Devo Growler XL. It's big, very. Kaiser Feist that Beez showed me. Hook blade, maybe. Ooh, that one's cool. Shaw Matt said, anyone that has a Remet Kestrel able to reverse flick it? Mine is so tight, it's impossible. Should I back the pivot off a bit? Remind me in a second. I will grab mine. Mine is right here. No, it was right there. I must have slipped it back in the case. It's been sitting here forever. I'll see what mine is like here in a minute. Remind me when I'm done with the pocket check. Gunner carried his Concept Caveman in 1890 silver dollar, a G19, and a Surefire E2DI down into Austin Friday rush hour traffic to get my dog from the vet. NFK said, Beez, do you have the 13T in brass? 13T? What's the 13T? Stephen Kern said, KB Zephyr and a custom Gene Wiseman slip joint. Titanium Justin, a tenable bomber with the 90s cup scales, Rosecraft Nala Chunky, Jax K, and a Bel Air. Scotty H, what's up, Scotty? A Vosteed 330 Martin. Ooh, that's a nice one. James David, Peaches was in Toledo. Beez, do you have a brass? An i3T. I get it now. I'll have to look. Remind me after the pocket check. I'll look and see if I have a brass i3T. I don't know that I don't think I do. Dookie Foot, a Cateau Griffin. Action is amazing. Really surprised. Flytanium Theory, great knife. If you have great knife. Flytanium Theory, great knife. Have you reviewed it yet? I haven't in the box. I have not opened it up yet. NFK20 said, Mick Ranger, what up, brother? How are you? Thomas with a Golden Design Works sub-caliber knurled sky titanium and magna cut. Hook 585 is carrying a Kaiser Aegis. Mick Ranger said, I told myself no more Axis locks, but Concept just dropped a banger. The Concept Quattro. I guess I need to open the darn things. There's just no time, not enough time in the day. Carried and worked the Microbe and Heldorado, said William. Hook 585 carried the Tittable Fenrir. Raybo said Knife Center has a Delica 4 and S30V Warncliffe for $69. Really? Chrisville said, I love blurs. Godfather said, bid Overlook, case Crossroads Barlow, Olight Arc Pro Ultra, a bid titanium cap, pin, and a brass Zippo, and a Springfield Echelon. Dale Lane said, is it a frame lock? Bill Doyle said, tonight I'll carry my BMK Ether and Vosteed Thunder Beast. Baron Carter said, I got company. I'll be right back. NFK Twin said, LOL I3T. I know. I wasn't making the connection. Jeremy said, Kaiser Tomb and Mcurdy Wood, an Odenwood neck knife, Leatherman Squirt. Earlier today, my Protect Chavez Redemption and a Vosteed Porcupine. Dude, the Porcupine is money. I carry mine all the time. It's upstairs sitting next to the sink. I carry it a lot. Robert Jones said, Raybo, you can get a Delica in K390. That's another steel that I don't have yet that's on my list. Shaw Matt said, I love the 330 Martin. Raybo, a Spyderco stays in my pocket EDC pouch now. Crawford Jason's carrying light today. Just the Kaiser Whiskey Jack and Damascus. Ooh, very nice. Very, very nice. Robust Stevio said, Robo Stevio said, evening pocket warriors. Mick Ranger said, yeah, I think some people are going to love the Quattro. You're making me want to get it out of the box. Beez, the Quattro is an absolute banger. You're going to love it. Don't anybody buy the Quattro until I send you a link. Mr. Mouse said, nice. Got the Dixon, huh, Caleb? J1 Doobie said, gonna have to check it out, Mick. You're making me want to go get the Quattro out. Is that how you pronounce it, the Quattro? Caleb said, I have the McNeese Dixon Kubi Bloom and Chavez Redemption or Redemption. Bless you. El Medicine said, currently flipping the ultra budget slim Ramette. Who makes the Quattro? Said Bionic. Mrs. B's just sneezed and now the baby's crying again. Mrs. B's, I bet she can't wait for Mama to come pick up baby. Mama's supposed to be off work at 10. We'll see. Mick Ranger said, it'll be fun to show the Quattro. It's made by Concept. Yeah, I know that. It's a Beez sneeze. Exactly. Do it, Beez. Live unboxing. Here's the thing, Shaw, Matt. Every single time without fail, every single time I've ever shown a knife on a live stream before I did the video on it, the video does terrible. Every single time without fail. It's been proven every single time I've ever done that. For some reason, I think a lot of it is that, well, I know a reason is regular viewers that see it on the live stream, they have no reason to go watch the video. When the video comes up, they're like, I've already seen it. And if regular viewers don't watch your video, the video performs bad. So if you go and look at any of my videos, look at the videos with the lowest view count, 100% guaranteed the regular viewers didn't care for what I put a video up. That is the number one thing that YouTube looks at in the algorithm is if your regular viewers didn't care for it, they don't push it out to the rest of the public that much. They're like, eh. But it dropped already, Beez, and we promised to watch it. Yeah, I've heard that before too. So some people do, but most don't. I mean, I have absolutely proven it every single time, and I'll go months and not do it, and I'll be like, okay, and I show it, and then the video comes out the next day, and it does terrible. Let's see. CGRB, Flytanium, Syncut, OLIGHT, Kaiser Artisan, Blade Binge, Battlebox, Vosteed, Urban, Roaring Fire Gear. Hey, don't forget, if you're ever looking for some really good pouches or backpacks or anything like that, this is a place that I do not talk about enough, is Roaring Fire Gear. I really don't talk about them enough. They have good stuff. I carry their stuff every single day. I carry a Roaring Fire Gear backpack to work, and it has a Roaring Fire Gear big pouch in it that I have first aid kit stuff in, and they're really good. I have 10% off too. Will Beez carrying a Demco MGAD 20XL. Huh. A Microtech Amphibian, Spyderco Military 2 and Crew Carta, a Microtech Hera 2, and a TKL Guardian, an Ace Beam TAC 2 AA, and a Karis Bolt V2. Wow. Tim Bushy said, hey, all, it's my old man's 65th birthday, son. We are still at his house celebrating. Had to stop it and say hi. We'll be back on later, I hope. We'll tell him happy birthday from the Hive, dude. Edward said, Alpaca Gear and Roaring Fire are both awesome. Jim said, CRKT Provoke X. Just looked up the Quattro. I like it, said Bionic. See, now you got everyone going to get it, and they're not going to use my link. I see how you are. Let me look up something here. Here, everybody, use this. I have a 10% off code. Use this to get you to Concept and go look at the Quattro. There you go. 10% code, Beez10. I just put it in the chat. What's up, Scott? He said, what is up, Knife Fam? Hope everyone is having a great night. Happy birthday to Old Man Bushi. MGAD is machine ground 8020 made in the USA. Ah. Mick Ranger said, well, they can still use the link. Exactly. Blazeburger's carrying his Winterblade Veyron, one of the best bar style locks of the game. No, y'all use Beez's link. Don't listen to me, said Bionic. Chef Rocky said, I made burgers for Jolene, and I am so darn good. Yeah, so if you want to see the new Quattro, I'll go ahead and get one of them out of the box. And you guys, the video will not do well. It's just a fact. It's just a fact, Jack. I'll go up and grab one. Oh, if I can get up there. I'm going to stretch my quad again real quick because that did make it feel better temporarily. I figure if I stretch my quad a little bit more, it'll help. So give me just a second here. Poor Mrs. Beez, that kid's been crying for an hour. I mean, I fed him. I changed his diaper twice. Okay, I'll be right back. Give me just a minute. I'll give you knives to look at. I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. After these messages, we'll be right back. Steven Park said had to work, got home. Wife told me to go get pizza. Guess what I'm doing? Oh yeah, pizza time. Hey, I can tell you what. Bradley Swaney said you can tell Beez is hurting tonight. Just a little bit. Good time to make sure you're not behind on the stream, said Hempblah. This thing is really slicey. It does a good job. This Devo. So in 3 minutes, I have to run upstairs and get the Dutch oven out of the oven because Mrs. Beez is giving the kiddo something to eat. So I have a new caveman, a Quattro. This Quattro is Damascus bronze anodized titanium, tool carbon fiber. And this one is Stonewash L-Max. Wow. Bead blast titanium shredded carbon fiber inlay. All right. If y'all want to follow along, here's a link in your chat where you can check out what I am going to show you right now. So you can follow along with me. I don't know that I'll get this unboxed before I have to run up and grab that out of the oven. Doing grandparent stuff tonight. Through night ain't too shabby, Robo Steve. Robo, I have, speaking of that, they are very next in line. I have two right here. 2 through nights that this video, hopefully I'll have out by Sunday. Tomorrow, me and Mrs. Beez are going to take our queen bed apart and paint the bedroom and put up our king size bed. Ratter's been a member for 18 months with a super chat. He said, just a heads up, Roaring Fire link doesn't work. Oh my gosh. Figures. I wonder why. That link should work. Copy. Go over here and paste. Paste. Where does it take me? This link is inactive. Well, that's just super. We'll have to fix that, dude. Give me just a second. Oh gosh, hold on. Let me put in my code. Oh, I'll be right back. I have to go get the bread out of the oven. Tonight is just a whirlwind. I'm coming. Puppy, you gonna help? Oh, yeah, okay. Cooling rack deployed. Okay. Oh, that is a good looking bread right there. Wow. Wow, look at that. Bogey. He's eating. You guys heard Bogart. He's our watchdog. He could sound assertive when he wants to. Oh, dude, I'm going to take a picture of the bread. I'll be right back. Hey, you know, we're just a nice community hanging out, you know. I'll show you some of Mrs. B's handiwork.
It used to be yearly. These people can shut the store down. It's now early.
Okay. Fun times. Is that titanium scales on that Tundra? Yes, it is. Here's the bread Mrs. Beez just baked that we'll be eating tomorrow. Look at that. So good. Let me let the light adjust. Look at that. Nice crust on the outside. So good. The best ever. It's just regular bread. Bread with some butter on it. Oh yeah. You know, we haven't talked about snacks tonight, so bread could be a snack. Dude, this right here will make me make soup. Mrs. Beez, she likes to bake because it has exact ingredients, whereas I like to cook because I can just put a splash and a splish of this and that. Look at that. Look at that. Fresh out of the oven, baby. You're going to churn the fresh butter later. Bowtie, actually, we are going to start making fresh butter also. Speaking of which, to go with our bread. In the giveaway, going to be mold by the time we get it. Yeah, probably. Crisp, righteous. You're going to churn the fresh butter. There's a YouTuber I watch that turns different trees into different breads using the sawdust from. I saw that. I've seen that too, man. That loaf would have been great with my beef and barley soup. Oh yeah. Deep Poppin', Mr. Poppenhagen, been a member for 21 months with a super chat. He said, Beez, just got a T-Kel Piranha 2.0 today. Awesome slicey blade. I love hearing about the slicey. Beez, what was the thin black ZDP 189 you've shown before? Surprised it's not right here. It is the Tyran, T-I-R-A-N. It's a Tyran from this company, from Tacray. The Tacray Tyran. Last time I looked, they were sold out. I don't know if they still are or not. So right now, we're going to go ahead and do it. You guys, look, there's 179 people in here. When this concept video comes out, if every one of you watched the video from start to end, let it play all the way through, and left a comment and hit the like button, the video will do well. I'm predicting that the video will not do well because every single time I've unboxed a knife, every single time that I've unboxed a knife and then did the video after the fact, the video did not do well because regular viewers did not watch it. And YouTube even tells me so. So just so you know, let's see what this new Quattro is all about. Oh, I'm seeing Omega Springs. So that tells me it is a crossbar lock. And what is the blade steel on this? Is this Elmax? This is Elmax steel, bead blast, titanium, shredded carbon fiber inlay. All right. Oh, it's a bigger knife than I thought. This is the concept Quattro. People said, let's do it. YouTube right now, like, no Beez, don't do it. YouTube is like, oh, you did it. I'm a Saturday mission. Daniel said, Daniel, if I have a really cool knife posting tomorrow, it's not this one. I'm hoping I can maybe get this one out in the next day or two, at least this week. Let's see what it looks like. Ooh, I like that blade. Look at that. Ooh, that's nice. Elmax too. Elmax to boot. Way to mess up that video, Beez. Ratter, dude. Just tease it and make us watch the vid. Every beezer in here better click on the video and let it play. Go get a beer if you want, but let it play and hit like. Exactly, man. Wow. Indiana is whooping the duck, said Papa Jiggly. So there's several versions of this. And I put a link in there. Here's a link. If you want to go look at the versions, there's a link. Oh no, that's not it. Darn it. Don't click on that link. That one's no good. Here's the link to concept. I was going to go fix the what was the link I was going to fix? Roaring Fire Gear. I'm going to fix that link right now. Because that link should have worked. Roaring Fire Gear. Copy. Toolbox, link builder. I'll show you more of this dude here in just a second. All right, give me just a second. Almost there. All right, you guys tell me if this works. I'm hoping it does. Oh my gosh. I always forget I have a Urban EDC link also. Give me just a second. Where is Roaring Fire Gear? Oh my gosh. Hold on. I'm looking for it. Found it. Okay. Let's see if my new link works. If it doesn't, well, I'll have to figure out why. All right, you guys tell me. I gave it the good old college try. Tell me if this link works. And I'll give you 10% off. Hopefully Tenable comes out with a version. Oh, I'm sure they will. Let's see, crossbar lock. Now, here's something to note. If you have medium size or smaller hands, if you have small to medium hands, this knife might be a little long for you to deploy with the crossbar lock. Because with the crossbar lock, you need to be able to set the knife in the palm of your hand like that, right? If this knife was a whole lot longer, I wouldn't be able to do it, and I wouldn't be able to open it. My hand is just, I don't have super long fingers. I have shorter fingers. You guys know the length of my hands and fingers, right? But man, that is a good looking blade. Kudos to Concept. Concept kudos. Look at that. That's a nice looking blade. And LMAX to boot. Nice little carbon fibre. Oh yeah, the SIAP is an excellent knife. It doesn't work. Link is inactive. That is weird. Thou shalt not pass. I'll be darned. There must be something wrong with Roaring Fire Gear. Huh. That is weird. Literally, I'm on their site. I put it in. I wonder if I do it this way. I wonder if they opted out of AWIN or something. Let me try this. Link. Yeah, it doesn't work. Huh. That is very interesting. Roaring Fire Gear must have bombed out of AWIN or something. I'll have to find out what's going on. They'll probably be like, what? Robo Stevio said it works for him. Robo, he said it worked for him. Now you got me wondering. Copy. Paste. You guys just messing with me? Link is inactive. What the heck? Is Beez hustling with dodgy links again? I mean, I'm using the regular link builder like I do for everything else. I'm going to make sure that there's not something wrong with the site. And this is a surefire. Oh, no. Nope. Oh, I know. Here's how we can check. Here is a perfect way to see if the link builder is working. You guys let me know if this link works. Because if this link works, that means it's something to do with Roaring Fire Gear and not the link site. I'm looking over their options. Look for a pack they can handle my Surface 15-inch. It might be a certain browser. Sometimes they do weird things. I mean, the link took me to the site, said El Medicine. Huh. Paul said it came up for him. What the heck? That's weird. Okay, so the site builder is working. So there's something weird with that link to Roaring Fire Gear. Okay, all right. I mean, with all the effort I put in, I got to make sure the links work like they're supposed to. Okay, so the Vosteed link works. All right, that's good. You can go on. You can go there and get you one of these bad boys. Get you 3 or 4 of them, right? It's a pricier Vosteed. I keep wanting. I kind of wish. I do wish it was a frame lock. I like frame locks more than the Vanker lock personally. The Vanker lock's all right. It's not my favorite. That's just a personal preference. Get you a Vosteed or 12. Will B said, chill. I like the Vanquist and Vary, but they're a bit on the pricey side. What's up, Josh? How you doing, Broham? That Xeno, oof. I just don't trust the button to stay on. Why would the button not stay on? FZ Toy said, I just used your last link for the fire gear. It took me to there in less than a second. Really? That is weird. Robert Jones said, I wish they would make a more premium version of the Porcupine. Well, you just wait. They probably will. I wonder why that roaring fire gear works for some people, but not others. That is very perplexing. I don't understand why it works for some and not others. Dark Ginger said, which through nights do you have there? I just got a through night TC15 V3 240. TC15 V3. TC15. Mine has a name to it. TC15 V3. TC15 V3. It's not that one. I think I've shown that one before. That's a really good one. The one I have is the one that resembles very much. It looks like an Arcfeld. Looks like an Arc Pro or an Arc something. It only works for good, hard-working, red-blooded Americans, said Dale. Bowtie said, I've had to replace 2 Ankylo buttons that fell off because the plastic threads. Really? Okay, I did not know that. Could be an issue with the web server capacity or scaling. Thomas said, it takes me to a AWIN closed merchant HTML. Huh. The Arc Pro Feldenstein. The Pro Feldenstein. Dude, the Quattro is pretty sweet. I'm gonna guess. I haven't looked them up, but I'm gonna throw my link up here so you guys, if you want to verify for me. Here's the link to Concept, and it's a new release, so it's probably on one of their front pages. I'm gonna guess it's LMAX. Normally I would say 179, but I'm gonna say 209. LMAX. I don't know that this might be my first Concept knife in LMAX, so I don't know what they would charge. I'm gonna say 209. That's just my guess. LMAX. What up, Hate Nate? Mike and Ike's EDC's been a member for 11 months with a super chat. He said, thanks for the Friday night lives. Look forward to them every week. What's your next grail knife you're looking at? What would be a grail knife that I would want? A grail knife that I would like to have, but I probably would not use, is oh, there's a couple actually. I would like to have a Shirogorov, and I would like to have, what are those ones with the real shiny blades? I always forget the name of them. It's Metal Complex broke the tip off of his. I would like to have one of those just to have in my collection. And I would like to have a Shirogorov in my collection. I don't know that there's a particular one that I'm salivating over. Mr. Mouse said those new frame lock Fenrirs are, dude, the frame lock Fenrirs are fire. $225. Okay. So I wasn't I was what, 14, 15, $16 off? Okay. Do you all know Target carries Spyderco knives? I'm guessing probably the Tenacious, that line. Bowtie Jason said perhaps they've changed the Vanker button to something other than plastic. Would make it less likely to shear the threads. Pretty dang close. Yeah. Did you want the knife with the broken tip? No, I don't want the one with the broken tip. Oh yeah, what are those called? Oh yeah, you guys tell me too. What is your grail? What's your current grail? A Rockstead. And oddly enough, I looked at the whole Rockstead booth, and there were only one or two that I liked. The rest of them, they looked shiny and they looked neat, but there were only one or two that I would like to have those. Dale said, I'm about to buy another Hygo X instead of 2, so I'll sell you mine, Beez. What's a Hygo? I know Ken Faulkner. I'm not going to say it the proper way unless he's in here. Ken has a Shirogorov. Do you have any experience with Klacken knives? No, I don't. Ratter said, I have a few grails, but one would be a Sharknivko Waka. Never heard of that one. Hate Nate said, Beez, a grail that we might already own or one that we want. If you already own it, yeah. Say you have it, or if you have your next grail in mind, what would that be? Either one. You know, like I have two of my grails are my Chris Reeve Sabinzas, just because that's the most I've ever spent on a knife. I spent the same on both of them. Rolf Roberts said my grail is a Gerber BFG fixed blade. Thomas Ray said my Herman B puzzle knife is my current grail. Ooh, that's a good looking knife. Mr. Mouse said brown Cortex XL. Thomas Gates said that they have military, Enduras, Delicas, etc. Oh, they have. Rebel Rouser says I have 2 Machine Wise Mojave, my grail. Like hearing that. We the people wants a Rosie. Chop the wood, homie, said J1 Doobie. Rebel Rouser wants a Shirogorov Stellar. Ill Knives wants a Pacoilo. Mr. Ken Faulkner is in the hive. He has a Shirogorov that looks really cool. Will B said current grail, maybe a Herman. Lanyard Man said I have an $800 budget Shiro. That's a budget Shiro? I thought that was kind of normal. James Patterson said the grail for me is the Kunwu Padre, or as Metal Complex would say, the Kunwu. Bowtie Jason said Ken Faulkner is in the hive. Mick Ranger said I think Quattro is the one knife in LMAX for concept. Yeah, I don't know of any other LMAX concepts. What would be a backward Mr. Beez with long hair and short face hair look like? Hate Nate said Surge Knives Rook. I want one so bad. Dale Lane said, yeah, Cortex is my next grail. Adelis said a QSP Penguin. Rugen said, I don't know that I have a grail right now. Experience said FSD is my grail. I would trade some great knives for it. William Hornbostel said, my grail is a Microtech Troodon Gen 3. Ken Faulkner said, yes, I love it. He loves the Shirogorov. Thomas Gates said, my grail is whatever knife I get the privilege to have in my hand. I like that attitude. Mike and Ike said, I would love to get a CRK Sabinza and Umnanzan. Ken Faulkner has an Umnanzan. Mick said, my Grail Chase is a McNeese PM 3.5. D. Poppin said, a Grimsmo Norseman. There's somebody in here that has a Grimsmo Norseman and has had it for a few years. Bradley Swaney said, a Microtep Scarab 2 Gen 3 will be my next knife and the most expensive. Robert Jones said, Grails I want, a Cortex XL, a Koenig Arius, an Umnanzan. I'm trying to get all three this year. Do it. J-Dog said, is that a Pyrotech? A Shirogorov? No, that's its own brand. Dog One wants a McNeese Dixon, a Dead Man Design Elixir. Beez, you pronounced Kunwu wrong. It's pronounced Brian. Look, I was waiting. I knew we could not say Kunwu or Kunwu without you making a comment. It's an expectation at this point. Milan Labe said, my Grail is a Remet Peregrine Falcon. Oh yeah, I was going to get out my Remet and see about the reverse flick. Oh, who was that asked me about the Remet Kestrel? Somebody asked me about the Kestrel. Is that a Takray kitchen knife on you? Said, what about? No, I don't have a Takray kitchen knife on me. To have a Grail, to want, too many to want, said Dog Tag. J-Dog said, too new to this. Hey, Grail would be whatever knife you want. Metal Complex probably has 90% of the Grail knives. He probably does. NFK said, I want a Pee Wee pair of 3. The Elixir is pretty nice, said Mick Ranger. Lanyard Man said, Evo 4.0 is my current Grail. Once I get that, I don't think I'll Grail caliber knife left on my knife bucket left. Shaw Matt said that was me. Or a TKL Piranha or DP1. Chef Rocky said, I own all of my Grail knives. Maybe a Dixon. I keep hearing a lot about this Dixon fella. Is that that brand of apple cider? If you want the Elixir, you better grab it fast, said Mick Ranger. Chef Rocky said, shower time, be right back. Lion said, I'm super poor, barely scrape up after bills, so anything with a super steel would be my Grail. There you go. There you go. Everyone's Grail is different. A Grail could be a QSP Penguin. It can be anything. Dale Lane said, did anyone get a PM2 Rex 121 Warncliffe question mark? People said the Koenig are on fire. Caleb said, love my Dixon. Big John said, I want a Remet Profante Falcon for Metal Complex past year. I guess that's my Grail knife. Well, there you go. Rob said, my Null Voodoo and Teal Technocarbon is my current number 1. Ken Faulkner said, the Dixon has big energy. Ratter said, it's a McNeese Dixon if you were not joking. I would be happy with just 20 of Metal Complex's knives, said Bradley. Oh, yeah. He's got some crazy stuff. Rolf Robertson said, you can reverse flick the Remet Peregrine Falcon if you just tuck the button. He was talking about the Kestrel. I'm going to get the Kestrel over here in just a second. Dog One said, a Chris Reeves and Kosi is one I have, not a fidget. Liang Ma field duty. Rebel Rouser said, absolutely love the McNeese Dixon. El Medicine said, a Rockstead will be my I've made it knife, but my Sage 6 is Grail enough for me. Sage 6 is so good. Jeff Wood said, anything that sounds good enough to aggravate my wife. Sorry in advance, babe. NFK really wants a Spyderco Smock, though I've wanted that forever. Let me get my ouch. Let me get my Kestrel. I can make it. My goodness. My Kestrel is always sitting out. Why is it not in its normal spot? I think that's just par for the course. That's just an expectation at this point. Oh, I know why you can't. I know what you're talking about now. You said you couldn't reverse the Kestrel. The reason why you can't reverse the Kestrel is because right there next to it is the frame lock. You're pushing down on the frame lock. The Kestrel, I don't know that I ever reverse flick it because you can't really get your finger in there without touching. It has a good detent. I wouldn't mess with the detent. Let's see. So you can do it with your index finger. You just have to ensure that you don't touch the frame lock. If you touch the frame lock, it won't deploy. So it's not a super let's see. If I just use my, yeah, it's difficult to not touch that frame lock, and it has a really strong detent. But I find that I just found that it's easier to deploy reverse flick with your index finger. With my middle finger, I can't really do it. I can't find a good spot. With my middle finger, I'm pushing down on it, and I don't. Yeah, my middle finger is too low, whereas my index actually grabs it and reverse flicks it with my index finger. Zender Stovall said, that's why I love your channel. All budgets get kind help here. Oh, dude, absolutely. Dude. Dale Lane said, I love drop bears. Definitely worth looking into, Sean said NFK20. Mick Ranger said, I have the Kestrel and it's nice. I want it on MC. MC just tries to give away knives as good as the ones that we give away here, right? I hope he's listening. He's not. He's a cool dude. He gave me a shout out years ago when I just had not many subscribers. I was on Metal Complex's live. He literally looked me up while he was live and subscribed to my channel live. It was the coolest thing ever. Mick Ranger said, just spin within your limits and have fun. Yeah, this is one of my faves. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful knife. Especially when it comes into focus. This is the Mr. Fancy Pants version. I've shown this one many times because I really like it. Thanks for the heads up, I'll be grabbing a VanQuest messenger bag. MC is postponing till tomorrow at 8:30. Metal Complex, a.k.a. MC Hammer. MC is a cool guy. Just getting used to front flipping my Concept Finrer frame lock, my first front flipper, said Silva. John said, learning so much through your vids and streams. Thanks. Dude, there is nothing more exciting than, and here's the thing, I learn stuff from you guys like weekly. We all learn from each other. That's the thing about this knife world, is you'd be hard pressed to know everything about every knife out there. I don't think there's anyone, not even Metal Complex, knows everything about every knife out there. So doesn't matter how long you've been in this, you learn new things about steels and locks and little tips and tricks. And that's why this is such an interesting niche to be a part of. Plus, the community is really good. I've heard, other communities out there of, different kind of niches that aren't so friendly. Papa Jiggly said, I got one of those because of Beez. Love that knife. Isn't it just such a good everyday carry? It's slender, has that hollow ground blade. Love the blade shape. Love the tip on it. Love how it fits like this, just to do some package opening. To me, it just feels thinner, feels more streamlined. It's tactile enough where you can feel the edges. Really good action. I love flipper knives. I'm a big fan of flippers. Mick Ranger said, hey, yo, what's up, Top Diggity Dog? It's Top Dog's in the hive. There he is. I was wondering where he was. He said, hey, everyone, just wanted to say hello. I can't stay. I hope everyone has a good weekend. Peace with you all. Love you, Top Dog. Papa Jiggly said, yep, also my only Timascus knife so far. El Medicine said, I love back flippers. Sitting by the light of a shared fire, we commiserate. Tell tales, pass the pride, said Dog One. Absolutely. Oh, yeah, the Kestrel is my favorite. I don't know that I have most. Oh my gosh, speaking of Remet, You guys, listen. Me and Vu are going to have like 137 new prototypes at SHOT Show. We're going to have a 20-foot long booth with 3 or 4 glass cases. It's going to be a Remet show, I'm telling you now. Rebel Rouser wants to know if anyone's going to Texas Blade Show in March. He said, we need to get a place to meet up for meal or drinks. Jeremy Mounts said, such a great community. It is, dude. It's such a great community. Let's see. If you're curious about the knife I was just showing, here is where you can go check them out. Nope, that is not where you can go check them out. How is it that that happens? I don't know how I do that. It's a wonder I could do any get in. Huh. I'll be darned. I'll be darned. That is crazy. Let me do something here. Here it is. Here's another one of those links. Tell me if it works. I'll throw it in the chat. I'm surprised Remet's not here, although they've been very busy preparing for Blade Show. They've been working overtime to make sure me and Vu have everything we need for Blade Show. They've been very busy. I'm talking, they're still, they asked me to name a knife last week. Mick Ranger said, maybe one day I'll get there. Yeah, Ken Faulkner will be at Blade Show. I guarantee you that. Hey, Nate, how are you doing tonight, man? Have you, what is that called? Wacky cabbage? Something, lettuce, cabbage? Something with the green. Something lettuce? I can't remember what you call it now. SHOT Show, you said Blade Show. No, Crow's Blades, Blade Show, Texas or West. One of the Blade shows is happening in March. That me and Vu are going to be at SHOT Show 26 in 2 weeks. The 3rd week of January, me and Vu fam will be at SHOT Show at the Remet booth, and I'll get to experience SHOT Show. I'm excited about that. Rebel Rouser said, making plans for Atlanta Blade Show now. Going to be an expensive year. Laser lettuce is a fun one. BK said, hey, B, if you and Vu need an assistant, I'm available and affordable. Ken Faulkner said, a few of us were talking about Texas Blade Show is the one in March, I believe. Jesus Cabbage. Devil's Lettuce. That's the one that I was thinking of. Dan Stan said, I'll definitely be going to Blade, Texas. But you can't even get into SHOT Show if you're not in the industry, right? Said El Medicine. I'm not sure how it works. I think it's people that are in the industry or maybe media or maybe YouTube channels. The only reason I know I'm going is because I'm going for a Met. Dog One said, what is Devil's Lettuce? Some strain that makes you giggle? Apparently. You might have to ask Hate Nate about that. Shaw Matt said, saw Vu's teaser short of all the protos he's taken with him, and he tried to speed everything up. You can still pause it, and oh my, you're going to be playing with all the new knives. Dude, that wasn't all of them. That's the thing. That was some of them. Like that case, I think, had 30 or something in it. There's like 137 knives Remet is showing at SHOT Show. It's crazy. You have to have a business, said Thomas Gates. Gotcha. Yeah, at SHOT Show, you can't buy anything. They don't sell knives at SHOT Show. That's like where you That's you know, where firearms and stuff and hunting gear and camping gear, they all show their new stuff for the next year. Listen, I don't know if anybody checked this out or not, but the new OLIGHT O Station 2 Pro, it would be appreciated if you just used my link so OLIGHT knows that I got some people to go to their site, because that video didn't do well. I already know why. It's because the front of the video literally showed what it was and it said the name of it. And that's one of those things where you're guaranteed, you know, it's not going to do well, but I did it anyway, just to see, just because I had my own reasons. But the new O Station 2 Pro is, dude, it's really cool. And they have the 1.5 volt AA's that are smart batteries. Hello, Beez, an amazing hive, said Barbie. Hello, Barbie. How you doing? Let's go look at this real quick. We were over here earlier checking out a little bit of binge of the blade variety, and I wanted to keep looking to see Mosaic Damascus kitchen utility knife. So this must be like a truly like a high-end kitchen knife. If it's $650, that must be a high-end deal. Let's see what else is. Let's go to page 298. Kaiser Mini Sheepdog. Ooh, those are those cool looking scales. I like those scales. Those look very nice. Very, very nice. If you use a bunch of bats, great recursion. Mick Ranger said, yeehaw, I got an awesome gun show tomorrow in my neighborhood. Hey, call a buddy, bring a friend. Arcform Slim Foot Frame Lock. Blue and fat carbon. That looks like the one that I think that's what VooFam actually won a couple years ago. It was donated by a guy that doesn't come to the hive anymore. Maybe he got mad that I gave away nice knives that he gave me, but he said I could do with them what I wanted. I've had some very premium knives given to me where people said, you can keep it, give it away, do whatever you want. And then I give it away and I feel guilty for giving away such a nice knife, but I feel guilty for keeping such a knife. Puts me in a pickle. There you go. S110V, another steel I don't have yet. Mick Ranger said, the Big Ten Cotton Gin Gun Show, Santan Valley. Anyone want to come? VooFam just laughed. Ow. Yeah, I sent that to Voo, and I was like, man, that's a nice knife. Kershaw Speed Safe Assisted Flipper, $10. There you go. So if you only have $10, you can get a Paraframe or a Kershaw Speed Safe. Boy, that one looks well used. It's a user, condition user. TriStash Integral is going to be an S110V Beez. Wow, I didn't even, oh man, I need to check out Tri-State. I haven't checked them out in a while. I haven't checked out anyone in a while. I'm too busy to check out my own channel. Sharp by Design Mini Tempest. Oh, that's a nice looking knife. I like the satin lines on that blade. Man, so there's something about nice satin lines. Ooh, Mick Ranger might get a new pistol or something, some kind of pew tomorrow. Voo, what are you going to put a top liner lock on your vein? Voo's knife is so nice. I have version 1. Voo, what do you have? 3 versions out now? Concept Mato. Medford Marauder. I know Terry T-Rex has a couple Medfords that he likes. Boy, that's kind of wicked. Look, it looks like a beaver's been gnawing on it. His knife is so knife indeed, said Medicine. Hate Date said, my Manix 2 at S110V, sweet steel. Yeah. The Soothsayer. That's a cool looking knife by Wee. That's a very nice knife. I have that one. It's very nice. Miguron just came out with 3 more versions, and White Mountain Knives has an XL exclusive. I knew a new one just came out on White Mountain Knives. There's a Kaiser Dukes. That's a oldie but goodie. Look at that. Kaiser Dukes. That's an old school Kaiser for all you Kaiser collectors. Tops Knives, Field Craft, 3.5 with fire starter. Gonzo Firebird PH 924. That is a great budget knife. I have 5 or 6 or 7 new Gonzos that I need to make a video of. They're sitting right next to me, and I'm not gonna tease, and I'm not gonna show them to you. Holtzman's Gorilla Survival Knife, CJRB Rhea, Gerber Paraframe, $10. Civivi Elementum, my dear Watson. Civivi Keen. Essie. I've never heard any bad things about Essie knives. All you fixed blade guys are Essie's. Is that pretty top notch? I haven't ever heard anything negative about them. Vic Ranger said, I wish Kaiser would do an OG collection and bring back some bangers. Oh, yeah. Shaw Matt said, I have this internal revulsion to slip joints. Ew, old. Dan Stan said, I don't know why I'm so excited about the Tack Knives Sun Spear, but I need to get me one. Gonzo is a great bargain. Essie makes good fixies. At least I think so, said Hate Nate. You could beat the heck out of them. Essie is liked by many fixie brothers, said Vu. Essie makes a great heavy-duty fixed blade. I use them for bushcrafting. Yeah, they have some when I've seen them at River's Edge Cutlery, and they look really nice. Am I spelling it wrong? How you spell it? E-S-S-E-E? I don't even know how to spell it now. Essie? Or is it? Oh, no, I put too many S's in there. There we go. Essie Azula Damascus, a Zancudo, Sinkilo. Well, they got some names. Model 3 with Skull Crusher. Essie Azula. That one is a name I've heard of. I've heard many times. Is the Essie Azula. Eric EDC likes Essie, said Arky. John Geezer said, just hate their belt clips on the Essie. The EC? Is it EC? Yeah, there's a few of them on there. An SC4, EC? SC. SC. What's up, David Koulis? Essie makes good knives from my limited experience, said Robert. Dan Stan said, I use Top and Essie a lot for bushcraft and chopping stuff. Last price drop, CMF Custom Mini Mistress. Wow. Look at the scales on this dude. There you go. $2,375. Get it while it's hot. And it's a price drop, too. Wowzers. Oh, going back to the table. Give me just a second. I'm going to stretch my quad again because that seems to do something magical and make it quit hurting for 20 minutes or so. Just a gimping. The pool table's the right height to put my foot back on and stretch my quad. Giving it a good stretch. Feel the burn. Oh, yeah, that's the stuff. I should probably do that for a lot longer than that, but let's see if that helps. I got to get tonight's giveaway together, too. Justin said those Predators are nice. Sean said, I think if you buy anything from D2 up, unless you're a lumberjack or metal worker, your knife will more than do the job. Hate Nate said, put your clothes back on, Beez. David Kula said, just wanted to pop in to say hi, Beez. Hello, man. Hello, sir. Hello, kind sir. Chrisville said, I have a complete set, orange and venom green from Missoula up to Jungalis. Can play pool or is it just a nice table? Oh no, it's a junk table. I literally, that's one of the jobs on my honey-do list is to take that thing apart and take it upstairs and take it to the dump. It's a piece of junk. I'm gonna do a little quick refill with some Sprite Zero Sugar so I can get some decent sleep tonight. I'm gonna keep the balls. Rebel Rouser's drinking a Coke Zero this evening. Coke Zero is my fave. I do have a question for you all. Sounds like you're taking a leak. It does. James said, Vu ordered the Sunspear before I saw your discount code. I have a question. What is everybody snacking on tonight? Right now I have, I'm eating them just in time. Some classic butter shortbread cookies that I was munching on last week. I'm still eating them by the sell-by date. El Medicine said, I'm drinking coconut sweet tea. Barbie said, Brian F., hope you're well, brother. How's the puppy, Brian? Chex Mix Bold. Hershey Dark Chocolate Kisses. Ooh. Hate Nate said, I'm not going to lie, I'm eating freaking waffles. Heck yeah. Bradley Swaney's eating cheddar cheese. Thomas Ray's eating cinnamon toast crunch. Williams eating cherry icy. James Patterson, peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, so if you, like, what snack did you eat tonight, or are you eating the snack now? That's kind of what we're doing. It's like a snack check. James said 85% dark chocolate. I like me some bitter dark chocolate. I need to start a GoFundMe for knives, said Dan Stan. Sour Patch Kids watermelon. Man, I like the Sour Patch Kids strawberry. Miranda said, I just got home from the road, so I had leftover Vindaloo. What is that? Dan Stan said, nice slow pour. Thanks, man. Everybody, make sure that you are up to date. Refresh your stream. Vu said the new Ramette Steed is freaking so good. We the people said need some half-baked ice cream. Justin Pauly's eating some pistachios. Vindaloo is a spicy Indian food. Okay. Super Steel said you better share. Okay, here's a question for you guys. If it's available, I'm stumped. Is the Devo Purple Haze still available? This is the dark mode. We looked earlier and I could not believe. I thought Devo's always sold out like instantly. I couldn't believe that this one was still available. DLC S90V titanium hardware. Comes with 2 clips. Comes with a 3D milled clip and a wire clip. Reversible. The best jimping on the planet. You won't get jimping better than this. That's as good as jimping gets right there. That is jimping perfection. And the amount of jimping is jimping perfection. That is the best jimping. Moose Duty said, and a huge super cold glass of milk. Oh, yeah. Chrisville said, I'm snacking. I'm in bed. Been up since 3:30. Dan Stan said, I got a big old dip of chew. Sean Knapp is eating a white chocolate raspberry swirl ice cream. Moose Duty said, I know it's sad for a guy who has a 12-hour day at a donut shop, but I'm eating raisin nut bran with extra almonds and honey. Oh, that's good stuff, dude. I have always, even since I was a kid, I've always liked the healthier cereals. Like honey crunches and oats, honey bunches of oats. All grape nuts, frosted mini warts. Those are my favorite. That's always been my favorite cereals, frosted mini warts. Delaney said, when I see that much jimping, I got to hear the sound effect you make the videos. When you mean this much jimping right here? Big John said, what's everyone's favorite blade steel? Mine is still S30V. That's a good question. I like this. Jen Blaze said, the Rice Krispie treats I stole from my daughters makes them that much sweeter. Frosted mini warts. Yeah, Kellogg's frosted mini warts. My dad used to say, frosted mini warts? Infinite Corridor Deca. S90V, 20CV, then LMAX, said Rebel Rouser. People said the sharp kind. Dale Lane said CPM M4. S35VN is the best I've ever held, said Thomas Gates. Crewwear M4, 154CM. Ken Faulkner said, I still like S45VN. Mitten State said, Devos usually sell out fast, but there's a ton of great knives that just dropped. Mallory H2O, BEDC Saxy, and so on. Plus, we're all broke from the holidays. Yeah. James Gibson said, Magna Cut or the Neutron 2 on the Neutron 2 is great. Sean Matt said the Inhale, LOL. Milan Lab said S35VN will always be my favorite. Crow's Blade said Magna Cut all day. Hemp Bless said I love 154CM and S45. James said Blade still doesn't matter to me. I'm a collector more than a user. Mick Ranger said LMAX and Vanax. Arky said for Blade Steel, Spyderco 15V has ruined me. That one came to my mind. But for an everyday carry, you know. Chrisville said 80 CRV2. I haven't even heard of that one. Barbie Girl said I love all blades. People said 15V. Robo said D2 rules all. Rolf Robertson said, what's the skinny on M390? M390 is good as long as it has a proper heat treat. Bowtie Jason said, I'm definitely not a health nut, but I'm around donuts all day over the weekend. And if I succumb to my every donut desire, I'll get diabetes. Dan Stan said 15V, K390, M4. Scotty H said S90V. Shaw Matt said S35VN. On the Edge said, I like them all, especially when they're mine. I like that. Thomas Gates said, I really want to collect a knife of every. Me too, dude. I want every blade steel. I want them all. I don't have K390. I don't have S110V. There's a lot of steel that I'd love to have just to have them in my collection. Doesn't Shirogorov make their own fancy steel also? Hate Nate said 3CR. Hate Nate's favorite steel is 3CR. Dude, don't you have a well that so what does that mean? That mean you have a Gerber collection? That was a low blow. Moose Duty said I need some Vanax. Rex 121, hopefully, fingers crossed, said Dale Lane. I know, I want some Rex 121 too. Dale Lane said ZDP 189. Foley said, does anyone have ceramic? Dan Stan said 14C, really a great steel. Milan said, I like the Pokemon. Got to collect them all. Walmart has their own special blend also for steel. Is that 2CR? Roger Baker said, I would love to have something in 15V and Rex 121. James Gibson said, I want to try 3V. 3V is really good, man. It takes a nice edge. Dale said, in Australia, we now have PMX Gold, which is fire. Vu said, man, the wallet appreciates that CR. Dog One said 14C, delighted with it. Cost is a bargain. 3CR will be easy to sharpen and dull as well. Yes. But the nice thing is you can sharpen it after every cut. So you have a work sharp field sharpener with it. You can make a cut, hone it, make a cut, hone it. Hook said, I thought in Australia you had spoons, knifey spoons. Monster said, with the right heat treatment, most steels are good. Knife snobs these days. Nikin Faulkner said, my Shiro has Chromax PM. Yes, that's what I read. Chromax PM steel. That's on my list. Hate Ned said, for real, though, I like a lot of different steels, but my favorite's S90V. Man, S90V is some good stuff. I like S35VN. I just really like the teeth that it gets. It's not the hardest steel. It's not the best. It's a great premium steel. I love super toothy edge. So 4V is another one that gets a really toothy edge. That's something I appreciate, is when you go like this and you're like, oh my gosh, and it just grabs your skin. You're like, oh, there's something about, man. Speaking of which, dude, this has some nice teeth on it. That's some really nice teeth. Nice grab. What is this, Elmax or Vanax? I can't even remember. It's either Elmax or Vanax. Gosh, is it Vanax? Come on. Of course, it's the wrong side. Elmax? Vanax. Yeah, this is Vanax Super Clean, I believe. This has some really nice teeth on it. Can you see the teeth? Probably not, because they're microscopic. It's the new Xanax steel. When you have the steel in your hand, you feel very relaxed and very zen. Moose Duty said, has anyone handled a CRK with the Elfron Super Tusk Micarta from DLT? I've never even heard of that. Hate Nate said, S35VN is easy to work with, in my opinion. Which knife is that, Beez? Justin, this is the brand new release with Vanax steel. The first knife with Vanax steel from Vosteed. Here's a link that'll take you right to it. This is the Xeno, XENO. There's 4 versions of this, dude. It is a Vankerlock. Hey, Beez, have you had your hands on a Remet Camel yet? I don't think so. Is that a more budget knife? I do have a Remet budget knife in a box that I bought a year or 2 ago, and I never have opened it. Mitten states that I like properly heat-treated steel with good geometry. I have knives in 440 and 1095 I still use all the time. I like 1095. When we were butchering hogs, a couple of my grandpa's old butcher knives were in 1095, and my goodness gracious, can you put a scary sharp edge on those butcher knives with the 1095 steel? Like, oh my gosh, I don't want to cut with them after they're just so incredibly sharp. You know, the old style butcher knives that come and go like that and kind of swoop up in the end. Which textures could post screenshots facilitating understanding? Said Dog One. Hook said releases tomorrow. What releases tomorrow? This one released today. Relates to that Vanax Super Clean. Yeah, so this is the first Vosteed knife with Vanax, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure. Mr. Mouse said, the quiet carry moose. I need to stop buying knives and sheet up for a sharpener, said Steel City. Oh, yeah, dude. Take a break from knives for a month and get a nice sharpening system, and you will be glad you did. Remet Camel releases tomorrow. Oh, no, I don't have it. Remet is they're slacking. They didn't send me one. Moose Duty said, thanks, Beez. Now I want some fresh fried pork belly and maple sauce. I wish the Xeno was a frame or liner lock. Hate Nate, I wish it was a frame lock. I like frame locks. What do you call that? Pivot locks are cool. It's just not my fancy. It doesn't tickle my fancy. Nothing wrong with them. I know I'm in the minority, but I don't love Devo knives, said Major Powell. They're good, but kind of the same thing over and over, kind of meh. I don't mean to disrespect Lefty or anything. Great guy. Just it seems tired. Well, it's a style, you know. Every knife maker has a style. There's no way you could like every knife maker's style. There's a ton of knife styles that I don't care for. So no, that's not disrespectful at all. And I think he would appreciate that and respect that too. Johnny said, love my Remet woodpecker. The Zarlik Gen 3 is a good, affordable sharpener, said Dan Stan. Tell you what, I can't say anything about the new Sharp Owl. That Sharp Owl sharpening system for everything you get, and it's super sturdy. It doesn't bend or move or give while you're using it, and that's huge. You don't need a super extra support or something underneath it. Sharp Owl 202. Let's see. Here it is. You can go from 10 to 35 degrees with it. Here's a link in your chat. I think this is one of the best bang for your bucks as far as quality. Major Powell said, yeah, design language. I like, man, I like the way that sounds. The design language of some particular knives aren't my cup of tea. How much, Beez? This Sharp All system comes with the 220, a 325, a 600, a 1000, a 3000, a 6000, a leather strap, and a carry case. It all fits in the case, 179. And it has very nice clamps. The clamps are almost identical to the clamps that are like on TS Prof. Benton State said, if you don't know how to sharpen or have a good diamond system, don't bother with super steels. I used to think S30V sucked because I couldn't sharpen it back in the day. Learn how to sharpen first. And don't start sharpening. Don't get anything less than a good diamond stone for your first stone. Don't get S35VN and try to sharpen it on a stone from Harbor Freight. You'll just what Brian F said. You'll be discouraged and think you don't know how to sharpen knives. That's not the case. Prado's been a member for 49 months with a super chat. He said that's over 4 years. Whoop. Happy Friday, y'all. Dude, that is crazy. Prado, how you doing, man? Dragoon LSK has been a member for 8 months with a super chat. Knife companies will sharpen their blades for you, usually for $10, said Foley. And buy some junk knives from Harbor Freight to practice on. No, actually, get some knives used for a practice. I would use a knife with like 14C or 9CR, or even 8CR. But I wouldn't go like I wouldn't get a Gerber paraframe to practice on. You want a decent steel, maybe not a super steel, but if you have good diamond stones, just start out. Here's the key: is don't start out with a giant thick blade, and whatever blade you use, try to match the angle that's on it. You want to successfully sharpen a couple, then you understand how it works. So when on your third one, if you're doing a little more of a super steel, you won't be discouraged. You just know that, well, this is a harder steel. It takes a little more time. Thrift store knives, said Foley. Don't bother getting Harbor Freight knives. Thomas said, I don't have the steadiness anymore to hand sharpen. I need to get a fixed system. Yeah, there you go. It's all about that first stone, man. That's people always rush and try to get away, move up in the stones. It's not about the progression of stones. It's about the first stone, using the lowest grit you have and refining it. Crap knives aren't easy to get a burr. No, Gerber knives about ruined me because I thought I couldn't sharpen knives. because the steel was so soft on the Paraframe and other Gerbers that I had, cheap knives. I was very discouraged until I got my first Spyderco Tenacious, and it was so easy to sharpen compared to other knives. And that was just 8CR, but 8CR was the highest grade steel that I had owned. Mitten said 8CR and 14C are easy to sharpen and learn your technique. Then go to D2. Once you got that, just continue up the steel scale. Vu said bad treated steels will not give you the same experience as good treated steels. Absolutely. Bradley said, I'm definitely getting a fixed system, something 200 or less doll hairs. Dude, that's what I just put in the chat. This right here. I mean, I bought one of these for my brother. I bought one, or I gave my brother mine. Now I have to buy another one because I want to replace it. And then I bought one for my father-in-law. Barrett said, hey, I'm back. Learn how to sharpen on a budget knife. Good. God knows I'm still learning the freehand. I use a diamond plate 400 grit, then move to 600. And see, I start with the diamond plate 100 grit. 120. Like if you want to hand sharpen, I don't even know if this link is any good anymore. Somebody will let me know. Tell me, does this link even work? I've had that link in my list for a long time. I don't even know if it works. But get you an Atoma 120. It's a 120 or 140, the low grit. They're not cheap. It's a coarse grade, 140 grit. Looks like they are still available. 3 by 8 inch plate. If you want to hand sharpen, get that. It'll last you forever. It is still available. I'll be darned. Ha. Shaw said, I used the Sharp All to sharpen my Zwilling knives, and I just sliced some chicken up like butter. Like butter. The Atoma 140. Yep. If you want to start hand sharpening, just get that. You won't need anything else. Gerber does a Magna Cut strong. Oh yeah, I know Gerber does. They have some other nicer steels finally. Mick Ranger said my hands are too shaky to hand sharpen. So yeah, if you have shaky hands, I would get a fixed system. Matt Moore said I got one, and I got my one and only Grail knife today, a TRM Neutron 2. Congratulations, dude. Sean said investing in a fixed system is a really good idea. I agree, dude. Especially if you're spending the money that you're spending on knives. If you're dropping all kind of money on knives, but you're not enjoying the sharpness that you get of putting your own edge on there. Once you do that, you get a new knife and you're hard pressed to not put your own edge on it because it's just so sharp. Are Vosteed kitchen knives decent? Anyone know? Said Steel City. I have a couple, but I haven't used them a whole lot. So I can't say one way or another. I think I could be wrong, but I think their kitchen knives are 9CR and they're super thin. They have good geometry, so I don't know why they wouldn't be. James said you can sharpen almost anything to a razor edge, but it may not hold that edge more than a swipe. I'm going to get together something for a giveaway. Let's see. Do I have anything left in the giveaway box? Oh, I have here one last budget banger from D. Edelman. Mr. D. Edelman, sir. I'm going to put that in this giveaway. Let me find. Ow. Let me close these knives. Set them over here. I keep wanting to frame lock. Man, I would love to have this in a frame lock. All right. Got a mat here. All right. Okay. I want to put together a gall. Moon River, wider than a mile. Oh my gosh. So I'm going to give this one away because that one is really cool. You know, I can't give just one. So that's two. And let's see what else we got going on down here. Ooh, we got a swag pack. That'll be 3. Ooh. How about that? What do we got here? Let me make sure there's a... Boy, this feels very light. Let me make sure there's a knife in here. It's a lightweight knife. Oh. Okay. I was wondering why that was so light. That will be all the boxes. I know that I can fit... I know about what I can fit in... Yeah, I'm pretty familiar with what I can fit in my bags that I send out, the black bags that I bought. Let's see that. Do I still have room for? Let's see. That's 3 boxes. Oh, wait a minute. Where's the knife from D. Edelman? Where did I set that? I just had it in my hand. What the heck? What in the world? I literally just had a knife in my hand. Is it sitting on the table and I just don't see it? What did I... Okay. All right. Stand by. What did I just do with the knife? Okay. All right. 924 giveaway. What the heck? Okay, we have a mystery. I just had a knife out. It's not this one, it's not that one. Did you put it in the box, Beez? Well, yeah. I had the whole box. Oh, is this it? Maybe this is it. I think I found it. I found it. Okay. It's just a budget banger. All right. Okay. Let me see. All right. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 knives. I need to find the box to that one, but that's okay. We have some stickers. The comment video is in the description. Said Experience Precision. Here's the comment video. I'll put it on your screen. Oh, what did I just do? There it is. It's the Knife Bandit. Knives have a way of disappearing. Okay. Start looking at the stuff we're giving away here. Fierce. Okay, so see this hue right here? This means that my overhead light, my little small overhead light right there, is a different color, different K than this over here. So that means I need to adjust it one way or another. Let's see if I can make it go one way or another. Maybe, maybe not. Oh, it might be coming from my screen. I don't know. Does anyone like Gremlins as a Christmas movie? Gremlins as a Christmas movie. Dale, when you order from Fenrir, throw a tenable button lock in it for me. I saw Gremlins in the theater. Hey, you do know that you have to hit the thumbs up button, right, to be eligible. So here's one thing I'm going to throw in here is this big, giant cloth. Look at that. How's that for a big, what do you call that thing? What is this? What do you call that? A big giant bandana. Big giant bandana. This is one that came, this one came in December's Knife of the Month Club. So we'll put that in there. A couple ginger candies. Handkerchief. You know you're old when the movies you grow up with are 30 and 40 years old. Delaney said, can't see it. It must be camouflage. Look at here is a Top Dog sticker. A Snot Rocket. Snot Rocket. Would you look at it? Van Halen vibes. Snot Rag. Don't cut yourself. Sticker Mule sticker. Well, would you look at this? It's a Beez blade sticker. Blade HQ. Top dog, top diggity dog. Snot Rag. Keep a Band-Aid handy. A Semper Gumby, always flexible. Any patches, Beez? Yeah, I'll definitely throw a patch in there. If there's not one in this pack that I have pre-put together, I will definitely. I have a patch over there, at least one or two I can put in there. Ooh, look at that! Another good, nice Top Dog sticker. I definitely have some more stickers I got to go grab. This swag pack is a little light in the sticker department. Let me go grab some more stickers. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we have some of the new stickers to add. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh yeah, we got some more. Got the new Queen Bee sticker, the blinker fluid, splitting slices. Got a Chef Rocky. Oh, yeah. Gotta have a swag. Oh, yeah. And Mrs. B's Alien. I just like picturing when people open this stuff up and just get just all this tons of swag and little goodies. So I have all of the past, the recent giveaways. I have them all packaged up. And I just have to measure and weigh them so I can get them sent out. So if you're awaiting a giveaway that you've won, we're on the cusp. You're on the cusp. Holidays, I was completely caught up. The holidays set me back just a little bit, but not bad. It's not near what it used to be back in the day when it took me forever. It's nothing like that anymore. Oh, there's another old knife I'll throw in there. Okay. All right. Oh, yeah. Get 3 of those. What else was I going to get over here? Oh, yeah. There's more. There's more stickers. Oh, yeah. That's why I came over here to get a patch. There's a patch. Stand by. Oh yeah, we added all kinds of good stuff here. And I've got more stickers. You guys just love hearing me go through the drawers. Yeah, sticker it up, boys. Ooh, what's that? It says the Circle of Knife. Ooh, that's a cool one. Another cool one. Oh, there's another one from Lefty. There's another cool one. There's another cool one. There's an Eichowitz. Oh, Shark Lock. And I think I might still... Do I have any Shark Lock magnets left? Oh, there's a Shark Lock. Oh, I finally have given away my whole stack of Shark Lock magnets. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Let me get one of these. Don't mind me. I'm trying to open the package. There we go. Get a couple of these. Let's see. One of those. And one of those. Okay. Can I fit this all in my hand? No. Oh, I dropped that. Okay. Hopefully you all are talking amongst yourselves. I know you guys do. I've had times where I had technical difficulties. I was on vacation and couldn't make anything work. You guys hung out for like forever. I don't know how long. Those pickers skip the name Bradley automatically. The Shark Lock stickers, one of my favorites, said, who said that? Sean? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Here's some more stuff. Move this dude over. We have a What's in Your Cart. Pal right in the kisser. 0 forks given. Abso-forking-lutely not. And then this is a Band-Aid, just so you know. We have a Knice sticker. We have a Chef right. And the screen is much bigger. I am zoomed out as far as I can go. Normally it looks like more. Splitting Slices. Blinker fluid sticker. Queen Bee sticker. And I do have some more stickers. We have a Shark Lock sticker. A sticker from Lefty. A Dead Nuts sticker. Slip Life sticker. What is this? Way of Knife. EDC Gearhouse sticker. That one down here. A Civivi sticker. A Handful of Nuts and a Mouthful of Meat sticker. From M-Bomb Jerky. There's a Artisan sticker. Here's a Wee Knife sticker. There's the Moon Lander. I missed a milestone. 11/17. Dragoon has been a member for 8 months with us. Super chat. Hopefully that's the one that I missed. 8 months. A couple more stickers here. Here's a Kaiser sticker. Another Kaiser sticker. Another Kaiser sticker. An EMP EDC sticker. And then here is the little alien dude. Will you be here in 2 weeks when you're at SHOT Show Friday Night Live? Said Brad. Brad, my plan is that we're probably going to shoot for Thursday because I will be on a plane Friday night coming back. Got the little alien dude. Rebel Rouser, welcome to Scout Bees. Re-upped with a super chat. Sean said, where does everybody stick those stickers? Well, you can stick them on gun cases, lockers at work. Here's that abso-forking-lutely not patch. So there's one patch. that we're going to put in here. And then here is a shark lock patch. So 2 patches in this here set of cool stuff. And then we got a poopin'. Looks like he's been on some crazy something. Gareth said, Beez up from Brandon Heilman. What? Up from Brandon Heilman. I'm looking. Stand by. Brandon Heilman's been a member for 12 months with a super chat. He said, hey, Beez, sorry I haven't made it in a couple of weeks. Happy New Year, everyone. Happy New Year, man. 1 solid year as a Beez blade. Beez blader. Look at that. Poopin'. Got the poopin'. And then we have not 1, not 2, but 3 QSP penguins. They weeble and they wobble and they don't fall down. And then here are 2 little, what do you call those? Little paint brushes. Gonna fine point brush on that side and then a wider brush on this side. You can use that for cleaning out your pistols or your knives or whatever. I got a whole pack of them. And then here's a random lanyard from OLIGHT. Comes with one of the nice OLIGHTs. Don't know which one, but there you go. Brand new. And then, oh, I am out of these. I got to get some of these. A Beez Dome keychain. And then here's a pair of fancy dice. Really nice dice. They kind of look like ivory in a little pouch. So there's some nice dice for you. And then right here is a very coveted and rare beezblades coin. It says beezblades on this side. On this side, it says live life in the present, keep a Band-Aid handy, and don't cut yourself. And it also says beezblades on the edges. And it's in its own little fancy pouch. That's very nice. Very, very nice. And then here is a pin that says keep a Band-Aid handy. Stick pin. You can put on backpack or whatever. Put that in there. And then, are they loaded dice? I don't know. Do you have a knife lube you prefer? I'm fine with KPL. KPL works for me. I don't really have a preference. I mean, you know, just put a couple drops of whatever. KPL knife pivot lube. That's always been my go-to because it's been the thing forever. Here is a veteran's coin. You are challenged to give this to a veteran. Don't keep this if you're not a veteran. It's a really fancy thing, thanking them for their service. So find a veteran to give this to, unless you're a veteran. And if you are, thank you for your service. But this is a very nice challenge coin to give to a veteran. And then here is, oh, I have a couple more things here. A little bee for Mrs. Beez. One of her little bumblebees. Little friendly bee. Got that in there. And then this dude here. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that fancy? Mr. Fancy Pants in the fancy copper. 0.999% pure copper, uncirculated. So we'll put that in there. That's very nice. Richard Meyer said, I was just going to ask about a veteran's coin. Okay, so there's that stuff. Okay. Now, I found this while I was over there. I don't know what it looks like, but it's a Rough Rider. Looks like it's probably going to be a slip joint. Let's see what this Rough Rider looks like. Can I get it open? Oh, cute. Oh, this is a nice little classic. Look at this. Little classic slip joint from Rough Rider. This is a nice little pocket dropper. So, yeah, this has 3 blades. So I love this style blade. I like this style. Whatever that's called. Usually slip joints are called something particular, but I like that style. There's one. And then it has this classic blade on it. There's the second one. And I'm guessing the third one's going to be that, you know, like the little classic small one like you see on an SD. Yep. And a little third blade. Hate Nate said, come on, Beez, you ruined it when you called it cute. I know. All right, so there's the first knife in this giveaway. The second is a budget banger donated by Mr. D. Edelman. And this is the exact, what are the odds? It's somehow things. So you guys, I was telling you the knife that I opened my, yeah, I'm pretty certain this is it. The knife that I opened my salt bags with. This is a budget banger Grow that you can use, for whatever. It's a used knife. Richard Meyer with a $5 super chat. He said, oh yeah, baby. Thank you, Richard. I don't know what number it is, but the Grow EF doesn't say on the box. So it's an EF something. There's a budget banger for you. Oh yeah. Look at that. Kind of a chonker. It's a tip up carry. It's probably a $24 knife, but you know what? D. Edelman sent in like 5 or 6 knives, and we've added them to 5 or 6 giveaways. So, Mr. Edelman, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate when people send in knives to add to the giveaways, to add some joy to someone else's life. So, if you have any knives laying around, nice ones, gently used, whatever, send them, and we'll put them in the giveaways, right? Someone in this giveaway is getting 1, 2, 3, 4 knives. 1, 2, 5 knives. Somebody in this giveaway is getting 5 knives, and this 5th one is for Mr. Edelman. So, or if you have nice ones, back in the day, there was a dude that used to send in like a lot of really nice knives, and we gave them all away. Barrett Carter said he's going to send some. Thank you, guys. Did you chat about the charger from OLIGHT? No, I didn't chat about it enough. I really should have. Here's a link to what I'm talking about. The OLIGHT, the O Station 2 Pro. Dude, it is really, really cool. Right there. Razor Blake said, come on, do 6 knives. Don't mind me, I'm clicking a bunch of stuff. We're still okay on time. So this thing right here, I just put a link in your chat to this guy right here. Let's see. Whoa, what did I just do? This right here, the O Station 2 series, next gen of smart battery hub. You can charge AA, AAA, and they have a new AA 1.5 volt that you can put in here. You can charge all 3 of them in it. I did a video last week. Hardly anybody watched it. Oh, wow. Let's see. Starts in 9 days. So this is not even available yet. It starts in 9 days. It's probably going to start at what, SHOT Show, I'm guessing? But yeah, notify me. This thing is awesome. If you want to know more about it, I posted a video this past week about it and told you all about the cool stuff. I showed you what it looks like next to the other O Station charger, but you can literally hold 12 AA's, 12 AAA's, and then you can store more in that storage area right there. It doesn't matter which way you put the batteries in. It has magnetic charging. It detects the polarity and correctly charges it. If it is a non-chargeable, it'll spit it out. If it is a bad battery, it'll tell you. It has a digital screen that shows you the health of the batteries that are charging and what their charging rate is. This is what the front of the screen looks like right there. And when I was making the video, I didn't even realize it. It's a fast charger. Like there was a battery I put in there at 5%, and and it was a short video. And by the end of the like 8 or 9 minute video, it had gone up to like 50 or 60%. It was a lot. It was really, I was impressed how fast. And then this is the new 1.5 volts. And they got an award for like smart battery of the year or something like that at the awards at the a Consumer Electronics Show that was a week ago. So definitely keep that in your brain. All right, so what else do we have here? Okay, so we showed these about a week ago. Bowtie said, so if we all go back and let the video play at this point, does that boost the algorithm? Yes, it would give it a boost, man. It definitely would. That video needs a boost. That's probably the worst viewed video that I've had. It's probably because everyone's like, not interested. That's wise. I know, because I didn't do any kind of teasing or anything like that. I just put what the product was on there, and people don't click on stuff when there's no tease. Does it charge batteries though? Yes, it does. Beez, throw in a handful of bogey hair for feel-o-vision. You know, I could. That would be easy to do. So I'm going to put in this brass Mickey knives. This has the SLD Magic Steel. Let me clean it off and show it to you. So this is knife number 3. I was showing you guys these, I think, last week. SLD Magic Steel. Really nice frag pattern on that dude. Here's this side. This knife has some weight to it. Very, very pokey blade. If your light platform isn't OLIGHT, I would consider switching, said Experience Precision. Oh, yeah. And on the side of that charger, a thing flips out, and you can pop 2 of your OLIGHTs on the side, and it magnetically charges 2 OLIGHTs while it's charging those batteries. That was something that I just thought was the cool. As a matter of fact, I have 2 flashlights sitting on it right now. They're charged up, ready to go. See, this is the kind of front flipper that everybody can front flip because it's nice and out there. It's easy. Get your finger on. Yeah, look at that dude. Whew. Pretty. I have to find the box to it, but it should be over there in the knife box. So that Mickey knives, we'll put that in there. And I'm going to put a new sin cut in here. Now, this is a special sin cut box. It was printed upside down. It's not every day you get an upside down sin cut, right? This is what the table is looking like. All this stuff. There's knife number 1, knife number 2, and knife number 3. This one, I have the box and everything to it, so I'll put it in its box. Don't you worry. Hopefully I have enough room. Yeah, I should have enough room to fit this all in a mailer. So here we have a brand new sin cut. And which one is this? Let me look. Oh, okay. Bogey's upstairs. He's wore out. He was down here earlier. He's going to sleep so hard tonight from being amped up with my grandson being here all evening. So this is sin cut. It's new. It has all the accoutrement in it. This is the sin cut arc blast. Look at that. Look at that. Has a hollow ground blade. Really good action on it. It's nice. That's what it looks like up front, up close. Look at that. Hollow ground blade, 9CR18 MOV. button lock, aluminum handle, reversible clip, T8 hardware. All blacked out. Sweet blade on this dude. Help with Gadget said the grandbaby wears our dogs out when he's here. I think it's just them staying so alert. Yeah, that the dog was just whew. Buzz said I like the aggressive swedge on top. It's all murked out. Exactly. Real comfortable ergos, a comfortable handle on it. So there's that. I'm gonna put that back in its case. Yep, I think me and Mrs. Beez are going to be painting tomorrow. We're going to take our bed down, take it apart, and then paint the bedroom, and then put together our new IKEA king-size bed. Mrs. Beez is better at putting those IKEA things together than I am, because those pictographs instructions are the worst. I don't like them. Gary said, I got an SA custom maker on my live tomorrow. His name is DeWaldak. Make sure you go and watch that live tomorrow. So this is a fun little Civivi. Brand new Civici. We got a Civivi. But which one is it? Do you recommend any knife mystery box sites? Yes. I'll give you a link to the one I recommend. Let me find it. Jeez. Right here. This is what I recommend. They have all kinds of different tiers. Right there. Monthly Knife Club. Use that link. So this is the Civivi Pyrus. Comes in the little pouch and the box and all the accoutrement and stickers and stuff. This is a cute little dude. Comes complete with a dog here, or it did. The Civivi Pyrus. Look at that thing. And it has a pocket clip on it too. A wire pocket clip right here. And it's very interesting. Wait till you see how giant this blade is. This blade is giant. Look at that. How's that for a wicked little package opener? The ring knife. Civivi Pyrus. Boy, that is a wicked looking little dude, isn't it? Look at that. It has a green edge. Not really. That's just a light for my camera. You'd have this hanging from a neck knife or something like that. What's the steel? Does it say? Burgundy G10 handle, 14C blade. How about that? Has a little 14C blade on it. I like that burgundy. Civivi's burgundy G10 is really nice. It's an O-step hill design, in case you didn't know. And look at that. Some really good Civici jimps on it. So there you go. Knife number 5. Technically, it's a knife. It's a slip joint. I won't call it cute, Hate Nate. A handsome little knife. It's a little raptor claw. Miranda Keith said it's an awesome little knife. Cliff said it's on my Amazon wish list. This too could be yours if the price is right. Okay, is that enough? Is that enough stuff? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 knives, coins, dice, challenge coin, pooping, QSP penguins. We have 2 or 3 patches in there. Enough sticker to cover your gun case or whatever you want. Big, whatever you call that thing. Big handkerchief. Sin cut, Civivi. Here we go. Rolf Roberts said needs 4 of those little claws, 1 for each finger. Did anyone see the new prototype Blackbird and Kaiser Fixie prototype? No. I think that's as much. Whoever wins, make sure you wear a back brace when you go to collect this. Roger said, I like the G Steel watch you are styling. Thank you, man. I've been wearing this ever since I got it for Mrs. Beez got me this for Christmas. I really like it. I like it a lot. It's a lot lighter than my other one. Ain't she purty? Yeah, there's a mini alien in here. There he is. And just because I know there's people in here that weren't in here earlier, I want to show this. I'm going to show this off real quick. The bread that Mrs. Beez made while we were live streaming. I went up and got it out of the oven just to make you guys see some fresh baked bread. We'll be eating that tomorrow. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Look at it. Just look at it. All right. Let me get the giveaway, the official giveaway log entry book. Running out of space on my table here. Okay. Carried my EP1L today. I carry an EP1L from Refined Pen at 365 days a year. Love my EP1s. Giveaway number 1, 5 knives. Winner chicken dinner. All right, let's go find this video. Let's see, where's the giveaway video? Gotta find it. Found it. There it is. Okay, let's see. YouTube. Random comment picker. Is that loaf of bread included in the giveaway? Oh, heck no. No bread for me on the carnivore diet. Lost 15 pounds in 2 weeks, said Razor Blake's Edge. I need to do that. My goodness. Pale pin grail, tactile turn, switch pin. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They were supposed to send me one, and I think they forgot. Happens to the best of us. Festivus for the rest of us. Okay, let me make sure you guys can see what I'm saying. Yes, you can. Okay. Paste. Random names for 90 seconds. Get YouTube comments. All right. Are you ready? Are you set? Cut is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Still trigger shy with pins. Got OHTO for now. Soggy Bottom said, "Dude, get you a good stonewashed pin. Like this one, you know, I have many EDC style pins, but this is what I have gravitated towards. I've tried different brands. I like the Refine, but I also really do like tactile turn ones. I have the Buccaneer tactile turn, and I carry that one almost as much as I carry my Refine. But the Refine just has, it's long enough. I'm not big on the super short pins, so it's long enough. You can get an EP1, but I like the EP1L. It's a little bit longer. It feels good in the hand, and I've never had any problems with doodad, old action, or anything. I can my refills. The refills that I like the Pilot G5 refills. I think that's what they are. But yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I'm not big on the short pins. I like a almost. This is like almost full length. It's pretty good length. And the winner is Christopher Wheeling. Christopher, are you in here? That's the question. The time starts at 12:04. Where's my stopwatch? I'm pretty sure Christopher's probably in here. He's usually in here. Christopher Wheeling, sir, are you in here? Christopher Wheeling, calling Christopher Wheeling. I can tag him. He said, good E thing. Congratulations, Christopher. He said, good E thing. Congrats, man. Christopher Wheeling. He said, good E thing. I'm not sure what that means, but Christopher, congratulations, dude. Your name is up in lights and you're getting 5 pounds of swag. He said, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, dude. Congrats, my friend. Christopher, you do know what to do, right? Right after the live stream, send me an email with your screenshot of your YouTube login page. And then the subject line, put Christopher Wheeling giveaway January 9th. And then don't forget to put your mailing info in there. Putting the congratulations in there. So I hope everyone had a good time. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for hanging out. Dog One said most generous bees and enablers. I had a lot of fun tonight. It's gonna be a busy day tomorrow, so I'm gonna have to get some sleep. Hopefully my hip will feel a little better in the morning. I'm gonna hold you guys to it. You said you'd watch my concept video when it comes out. We'll see. I love you all to pieces. Jim Cox has been a member for 8 months with us. Super chat. Scout Bees. We the people said great giveaway. You guys are awesome. Ramsey said, have a great night and day, y'all. Thanks for the giveaway. Have a great time. Garrett said, thanks, Bees. Keep well and stay sharp. Safe and stay sharp. Let's get that video up so we can watch it. Well, I got to film it. Let me get it filmed. Oh, my gosh. Sean, it's not out yet. It'll be my next concept video. Hopefully, I'll get it out in the next couple days. We'll see. At least this week. I know I need to get it out because that knife is killer. I love you all to pieces. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you soon. Remember, live life in the present. Keep a Band-Aid handy. And don't cut yourself.